Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweak your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season on Wild Bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black oil sunflower for just $17.99, and all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding. Come to the Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 East Broadway in Red Lion.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WA.
Welcome back to our coverage from historic Horn Field. Our pregame coverage brought to you by Flying Feet. Our Media One coaches interviews. With me is head coach of Red Lion, Coach Jesse Shea. An undefeated season and a home playoff game are on the table tonight. Let's talk offense first. Your team is first. Will you try to establish the run tonight, first and foremost?
Yeah, it's who we are. There's no sense. We've been successful up until this point. There's no sense in trying to change things right now. We believe in the run. We believe in our line, and we believe that we need to be getting the run game going in order to be successful.
And do you feel confident in quarterback Sam Emick to throw the ball if you need to?
Most certainly. I mean, the young man has a completion rate over 80%, so certainly he's accurate with the ball, and our receivers are able to do things once they get it.
Head coach of Red Lion, Jesse Shea, joining us in the backyard ball as Dallastown visiting Red Lion. Dallastown is also a run-heavy offense. What's your keys on defense tonight?
It's assignment ball. It's control the gap that you have, trust that the guy next to you is going to control their gap, and make sure you tackle when you get there. It's not a complicated game.
Week 10, the undefeated season on the line for you, as well as a home playoff game in Dallastown, fighting to get into the playoffs. I'm sure you don't need to motivate your players. Talk a bit about the excitement that surrounds this game.
This is something that hasn't happened here at an undefeated season. I'm referring to hasn't happened here for 42 years. There's nothing that needs to be said to these kids. They understand that they can go from being a very good team, even a great team, they did one title already, to a historic team. Like I said, undefeated seasons don't come around that often, so they know the opportunity that they have in front of them.
Thanks for letting us catch up with you, Coach. Best of luck tonight. I'm excited to see a physical contest.
Thanks very much.
Our coach interview is brought to you by Media One. Stay tuned for more of our pregame coverage after this.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the GameTime features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage. Crosstown rivalry, Dallastown visiting Red Lion. And joining me right now on our Media One coaches interviews is tenured head coach of Dallastown, Kevin Myers. You have to rebound from a tough home loss last week. How were the players in practice this week for preparation?
We were focused, we got to play 48 minutes of football, which we didn't do last week, and if you don't do that against anybody, you're going to have a hard time coming away with a win, especially a good team like Central. And if you don't play 8 minutes tonight, it'd probably be the same thing. So they were focused. They know what's at hand. They know we win. We're in playoffs. A little bit of the role reversal from last year. Red Line undefeated, like we were last year. So they're focused, and it's Red Line. Throw everything at the kid. It's a rival game. The kids know what's at stake.
On offense, do you need to get your ground game going early to move the ball and maybe open things up through the air tonight?
We're old timers, ground game's you can run the ball, you'll win a lot of football games. That's our plan year in and year out. So strength of our team, we're able to make in some passes and be successful with the pass as well, hopefully back them off a little bit too. But yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, and get a run game going early and pound the ball.
head coach of Dallastown, Kevin Myers, taking time to join us in our pregame coverage. On defense, Red Lion likes to run the ball and has a big offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
What do you need to do on defense tonight?
We got to tackle well. We got to come off blocks and tackle well. And they are big. This line's been together since they were 7th grade. Their team very much has been together since 7th grade. They haven't lost too many kids to attrition or anything. Their team reminds me a lot of our 2010 team, a close-knit group. All seasons, they've been playing together for a long time. They're all good buddies. They're friends. But at the same time, we got a close-knit group of kids here that they improved a heck of a lot from week 1 to where they're at now. So we're going to have to get all blocks. Hopefully we can use our quickness a little bit and beat some of those blocks, but we definitely have to tackle well.
Red Lion, your arch rival is unbeaten, and you need to win to make sure that you can get into the postseason and have a Week 11 game. How exciting is this game for you and your players?
It's always exciting for me. Graduated from Dallastown. A couple of their staff members and with graduated from Red, played against one another. It's always an exciting time. It's cool to see the communities come together more or less. Hopefully be a big crowd here tonight and get rowdy, but keep things cool too. I think one of the things I'm most proud of as been head coach is getting the kids to play hard without a lot of the extra stuff that has gone on over the years prior. And it's a good, clean, fun game, and the kids play well. And as a coach and 20 years as an assistant coach at Dallastown, there's been a lot of close games. So hopefully tonight's another close one. We give the fans some excitement and we come out on top.
Coach, I'm excited to see a physical battle tonight. I appreciate your time and joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Our coach's interview is brought to you by Media One. Stay tuned for more of our pregame coverage after this.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road at 767-6694 to your appointment, or at 1399 South Ween Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hill Orthodontics. Unique Physique is your neighborhood gym in your Behold, it's the fitness center for you. Unique Physique has special classes for senior citizens like Zumba, Chair Yoga, and Silver and Fit Explore. Seniors, if your insurance has a Silver Sneakers, Silver and Fit plan, you can get a free membership Unique Physique and 2 sessions with a trainer, also free. Achieve greater control of your health with physical activity and regular exercise. If you're looking for greater independence and healthier life, call John Kirchner at 755.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design set for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center.
There's only one place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And welcome back to Hornfield. Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong with you tonight. It's Red Lion Dallastown, the undefeated Lions trying to stay that way. First time in 42 years. And a home playoff game. Dallastown playing to make sure, of course, upset their rivals, make sure they qualify for the districts. A win they're in, a loss they'll have to wait and see. So a lot tonight on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. And pleased to welcome now one of our new sponsors this year for high school sports, Apple Ford, and their general sales manager, Damian Fortson. Damian, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Hey, Ron, thanks for having me.
All right. Talk a little bit, Damian, if you could, about why Apple Ford had to get involved in sponsoring local sports here on Sports Radio 1350.
Well, we understand that sports is a great thing in the community. We understand. Sorry, my mic fell. We here understand that it takes a lot, and this is a way for us to say thank you to the community for sponsoring us, allowing us to be one of the greatest dealerships in York County. So we just like to come out and show our support for the event.
All right, and this is a great event at Red Lion Dallastown. We're going to have 5,000 or 6,000 people here, so I'm sure a lot of your customers and future customers are here tonight. Again, talking with Damian Fortson, the general manager of Apple Finn. We appreciate their sponsorship games here. Tell us about some of the deals you have going on right now in Apple Ford, Damien.
Well, right now we have a huge inventory reduction sale. We got thousands of dollars off on F1s. Got F50s ranging from $26,200. We got hundreds of Escapes out there. We got those priced from $21,500. I got used cars, over 100 used cars, 25 of them drastically reduced. I got 0% available on most model lines of the new cars, and I just wanted to let everybody know that.
All right, well, you know, if you like myself, we have a daughter. We got her a used car a couple years ago. We got a young driver. That's where you want to look. And good quality used car, local dealer you can trust. I think that's a real key. So tell folks where you're located and where they can find you on the internet as well.
Well, we're located at 3250 Cape Horn Road, Redline, PA. You can also go to our website, which is goappleford.com. Again, that's goappleford.com.
All right, and I'm not going to put you online. I'm not going to ask you to pick the winner tonight because I know you have customers from both Dallastown, Redline, and throughout your county. But Damien, thanks so much for joining us, and again, thanks for allowing us to bring these games to the folks of York County.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back with our look around the league and our starting lineups right after this on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up to $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
It seems everybody is offering a discount on insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Yeah, nothing quite like not being ready for the harsh, cold, white winter, huh? Remember the big storm that blew through here last year when you weren't ready? Your shovels were broken, you forget salt for the ice, and there you were knee-deep in a snow-packed driveway with you and your aching back just wishing you had gotten a snowblower. Well, Trio in Shrewsbury and Loganville reminds you, be prepared this year. Get a snowblower in November and save. True Value has snowblowers all this month, priced nice for preseason. Get a Troy-built gas snowblower with a 208cc engine and a 21-inch path for only $390. Need something to look? Try a two-stage Troy-built gas snowblower with 243cc engine and a 26-inch path. In November, only $699. Other popular brands are on sale too. You say you already have a snowblower? Well, good for you. Now get ready. The True Value Service Centers in Shrewsbury and Loganville can repair or tune up your snowblower and get it running like new again. Come on, this winter do you a favor. Prepare yourself for great savings. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Your county, your team. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in sport.
And we don't want to talk snow right now, but it'll be here soon enough, sure. But right now, a beautiful night for high school football. Welcome back to Hornfield. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. High school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. 50 degrees, clear skies, just a whisper of wind, and Redline, Dallastown. That doesn't get much better than that. Right now, we're going to take a look around the league, brought to you by Hunters Hill Ortho. Elsewhere tonight in Division I, Northeastern Whitney Oxford, the Colonials still winless. Northeastern 2, they're the 3 seed in 5A right now, so this would set them up definitely for home, and they could even move up to the 2 seed.
Northeastern has a lot of talent on that team. Oxford struggling this year. No luck for them tonight.
All right, this went out in your neck of the woods. Spring Grove at Southwestern. They're both 4-5 playing for pride.
This will be an interesting matchup. I think they're evenly matched, so it's going to be whoever makes the least amount of mistakes.
York County Central, the Panthers, after their big upset over Dallastown last week, win to them. They're the 8 seed right now in 6A. If they win tonight, if they lose tonight, they're out, I think. If they win tonight, they'll have to wait and see, but a win tonight is essential for them to get into the playoffs.
York High has that big play potential, but with the consistency from the Panthers, that's all year, they'll come out on top.
Suburban and Eastern. Suburban qualified for the playoffs. They've clinched the division title, but Central can get a share of that division title, or Eastern rather can get a share of that with a win at home tonight.
Took a while for Suburban to get rolling, but once they got healthy, they've been consistent and beat Eastern tonight.
Other teams playing for Pride and Susquehannock at Dover, both 3-6.
Look for Dover to come out with a win there.
West York at Gettysburg. The Dogs have struggled this year, 2-7. The Warriors are 5-4.
It's the Warriors to win this matchup, but it would be huge motivation for next year if West could come out with a win.
And Cannondale still looking for their first win. They're at Columbia. They're also looking for their first win tonight.
They might get a win next year. I don't think it'll happen tonight.
Okay. And D3, Bermudian at Biglerville. Bermudian 7-2. They need a win tonight to make sure that they get into the playoffs. Canner's still looking for win number 1.
Then we'll shore up this win tonight. Biglerville, the chance if the rivalry, you kind of throw it up at Berm, they'll come on top.
Fairfield at Littlestown. Again, Littlestown, the Bolts are 7-2, and they need a win to make sure they get in the playoffs and maybe secure the 3 seed. Fairfield, they're 4-5.
Littlestown took them to the woodshed last year. They won the ball game 72-30. Remember that, but it won't be enough. The Bolts will win.
York County Techs at York Catholic. The Irish right now, the top seed in District 3 2A. Win tonight assures them a 9-1 season, and then they'll go into the district championship next week.
Yeah, the Irish, they'll keep rolling. They'll get lucky. No, they don't need luck tonight. They'll come out with a win.
No luck of the Irish. All right, save this one for last. Hanover at the Lone. Played in some of those. That's like this one. That's a backyard rivalry. What's the deal?
Yeah, I thought as soon as I saw this on the list, I thought about just leaving after we go to look around the league. But my Squire, this will be a good match. I think the Squires on top, though.
All right, that's a great one. And both teams are right around 500 this year.
Nice even matchup.
It is. That's our Hunters Hill Ortho look around the league break. I'm back with our starting lineups and Apple Ford keys to the game. After this, getting ready for Red Lion Dallastown on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. At Apple Ford, we lead providing the highest level of integrity in every sale, lease, and service transaction. Our customers are our neighbors. Our integrity is how they became our friends. And it's why they keep coming back and referring their friends. If you want a great deal on a new or pre-owned car or truck, come to Apple Ford. Any one of our qualified sales or certified service professionals will exceed your expectations with integrity. Visit Apple Ford at 3050 Cape Horn Road in Red Lion or shop GoAppleFord.com.
I'm Henry Holloway from The Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweet your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season, Wild Bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black wool sunflower for just $17.99. And all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding and watching the birds. Come to The Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt sale from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 Broadway in Red Lion, Yorktown. Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 89447 or toll free 1-800-457-3943.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOBK.
And welcome back. Cornfield. Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong with you. Just about ready for a big matchup between Red Lion and Dallastown tonight. Time now for our starting lineups from Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. Let's get the homestanding Lions of Red Lion.
And that quarterback number 9, Sam Emmons, a 6', 165-pound senior at run back. The hard run, Dylan Guerrero. Fullback, Pat. Wide receiver, Paul Jones. And Halo Berti at tight end, Ben Fry. Into the offensive line goes Tierney, Argento, Cleary, Lucas, Warner. Listen to this. Tierney, 267, 311. Cleary, 222 pounds. Lucas, 250. Warner, 249. That's a lot of burgers coming into this game.
That's a lot of burgers, and we've seen them. They wear teams down. I think Kevin Myers acknowledged that with the kind of the sigh when you ask him about that. All right, the Wildcats of Dallastown coming in 7-2 and looks to bring the upset on Red Lion.
All Also a senior quarterback, 6'2", 170 pounds. 12 Sparks, running back Zion Devance, and Rodney Scott. At wide receiver, Max Terrell, Elijah Litt at tight end, Ben Ward. Offensive line, Register, Faree, Miller, Grazer. They go 215, 214, T5, 220. No slumps there.
No, they aren't. And a lot of experience here. A lot of these guys are 2- and 3-year starters on both sides of the football. So, you know, it's a rivalry game, a lot of experience, a beautiful night, so can't ask for much more. All right, we heard from coaches. Gareth, let's get our app forward keys to the game from you. Let's first start with Dallastown. Got to bounce back from that tough loss, but they know, you know, last year Dallastown lost their quarterback, Cade Gold, in the Central game, and he didn't play in this game. They lost 26-0 to Redline. And they remember that feeling. Sure, they'd like to return that favor, and they know with the win they're in the districts. If they lose, they don't know. So a lot on the line for the Wildcats tonight.
Well, Kevin Myers said it, flipped the script. Last year it was Dallastown coming into this matchup that was undefeated, and Redline tried to spoil that. But I think Redline, they have to stay consistent tonight. They will get the ground game going. They're going to have to wear them down. I think we will see that third, fourth quarter. The Wildcats are going to give up a lot of rushing yards. We've seen this offensive line for Redline do it all year long. Dallastown is going to have to be ball hawks. They're going to have to be trying to get the ball out, trying to create some turnovers and get some plays that way. Both these teams come in the plus side of turnover margin. Redline plus 10, Dallastown plus 5. So they're coached up to do it, and they're going to have to. Dallastown's going to have to get some plays tonight if they're going to come out with.
All right, those are Apple forward keys to the game. I think you hit it there. Two turnovers. That's what happened last week. You know, much like we saw that Central game at Spring Grove when Spring Grove was dominating that game, and Central got the kickoff return for a touchdown, and all of a sudden they were on fire. Well, last week it was 17-0. Dallastown was in command of that game. They got backed up. They had to punt out of their end zone. Craig Pugh was standing on the back end line. It was a high snap. He couldn't handle it. Fumbled it. Central recovered for a touchdown in the end. And after that, it was a back-and-forth game, but that really set them off. I mean, Central, they seem to get a big play. They just eat on that.
And the thing is, with Coach Jesse Shea, head coach of Redline, both these teams are coached up very well. But Jesse Shea is not going to give you a lot of opportunities to get turnovers. Conservative, they're smart, and they take care of the ball. So Dallastown is going to have to put some extra effort into getting that ball out and making a big splash play on defense.
All right, and Dallastown takes the field. The Redline Lions now come on in front of a nice home crowd out here tonight, and a good number of folks from Dallastown across the way as well. Of course, we're glad you're with us on 1350 in Game Time PA. So that's it. The pregame's pretty much wrapped up. Our Flying Feet pregame show on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Again, we hope to have playoff action for you, probably 2 games this weekend, but stay tuned. We'll let you know as soon as we do. And also remind you, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, 9 to 11, Central PA game day with Wayne McCullough. He'll wrap up all the action and get you started for the weekend. We'll be back with our Fast Signs opening kick after this.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to City Club in New York or visit online at fastsigns.com.
To get ready for every Penn State football game, keep it on Sports Radio 1350. I'm Ron Rubin, and each week during the fall, I'll bring you the latest on this Saturday's game, with comments from Coach James Franklin and Nittany Lion players. Listen for reports throughout the day, Wednesdays through Fridays. Brought to you by Penn State York, your neighborhood SureSave Markets, and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. For your Penn State football fix, stay tuned to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
There's only one place for high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few words from the United States Congressman Scott
I have no internet.
Drop the vote. And that is Senior Airman Kevin Duckworth.
Alrighty, we're sorry about that. A bit of a technical issue here. Not exactly sure what happened or why, but, well, I guess you'll have this time to time. So we are glad that you are hanging in there with us, and we're back with you now as we're just a moment or two from kickoff here, and the night when we're honoring our military veterans, and the military, or the Football for Freedom Bowl and Football for Freedom Trophy will be handed out to the winner tonight in this one between Dallastown and Red Lion. So this is a great game always, and a been tonight at Red Lion at 9-0, Dallastown at 7-2. Seeing all the up, and we've had great games over the years that have lived up to the hype in this one, and hopefully this one tonight in 2016 will do so as well. And Gareth Hisson with you, and glad you're with us here on Sports Radio 1350, as well as GameTimePA.com. As you're about to have the coin flip, then we'll have our national anthem, and we will be ready for the Fast Signs open kick between Red Lion and Dallastown here from Hornfield. We have a good crowd on hand tonight, both home and the visitors. A lot of folks standing around the track on the home side as well as on the visitor side, and the stands not quite capacity, but not too off, and folks still kind of filtering in. So great atmosphere, Gareth. I know you played in some of the games, as we mentioned, Delone and Hanover tonight. You played in some of those games. When you get down to week 10, you have that rivalry. It's just a special, it's a special night. You know, a lot of the players on the other team, you grew up with them, and it, it adds to the fun, and also adds to the spirit of the game, I think.
It certainly does, and the feeling in games like this is nothing short of animus. I talked to both coaches before the game, and they discussed about how thankful they were that they've gotten away from the skirmishes that typically break out in this rivalry. They've been playing good physics-ups, but kept it clean. And not only is that good for sportsmanship, but reduces your penalties. And that's a big part. We talk about the drive killers. When you make those mistakes, shoot yourself in the foot.
And the last thing either of these teams could afford to have a guy tossed, because if he's tossed out of this one, he doesn't play next week either in the playoffs. So, that you really have to be careful and not let your emotions get the better of you.
And it's great to see, we talked about it already a couple of times, the flip in the script from last year when Dallastown came in here as a defeated team. High expectations for the postseason. Red Lion trying to be the spoilers. And now it's the other way around. Yeah. So it's great to see these two programs. They've always been great programs, great tradition at both schools, and it's slugfest back and forth, year in and year out.
Yeah, I remember back in 2010, I believe it was, we were at Dallastown, and the Wildcats were unbeaten. Red Lion, I think, had one loss, and that play at Dallastown, it was just overwhelmed with people. There were people standing all the way around the field. I think they told me that night they sold in excess of 7,000 tickets, and that was one where Red Lion had built a lead. Dallastown got a controversial touchdown the last play of the first half. The guy caught the ball at about the 3-yard line. He stepped out of bounds where we were. We could see it perfectly. His left foot hit Adams, but a good friend of mine was the lead referee on that crew, and he said, I know why my guy said he was watching to make sure he caught the ball, and then when he looked down, he saw the right foot come down inbounds, and he missed one out of bounds, and that was the last play of the half, but Dallastown scored, gave them the momentum going into the locker room, and they ended up winning the game. Red Lion 2 weeks later beat them in the playoffs. So, and last year it was the situation. Dallastown lost their quarterback, and that certainly hurt. So, should be a good one tonight. We're going to have our Fast Signs opening kickoff in just a couple of minutes, but first we're going to have the national anthem here.
Tonight, be the senior members of the Marching Lions. Please, after the anthem, please remain standing for the colors to be retired. nation's colors so retired.
All right, our national anthem, as Kevin Zieber, the voice of the Lions, told us, by the senior members of the Red Lion Marching Band. Red Lion Dallastown, again, two of the outstanding music programs here in York County, and the guessing that junior ROTC members there taking the flag off the field now. And we'll be ready for our coin toss and the opening of tonight's game on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA. And our first quarter brought to you, as always, by Hunters Hill Ortho.
This kind of matchup does is bring the excitement to everybody, not just players but fans as well. You see a vibrant student section over there behind the Dallastown bench.
Yep.
As the students break out in the USA chant. Also senior night here for Red Lion.
And they've had a great teams here over the years, and I did not realize till Jesse Shea told you in the pregame that if they win this tonight, this will be their first undefeated season in 42 years. That's amazing. They had those great teams in the early 70s. I think they went 3 years in a row without losing a game. So that it was quite a feat. Scott Fitzke, I think, member of those teams, went on to star with the Nittany Lions and then play in the NFL for a few years. And so a lot of tradition here at Red Lion and at Dallastown as well.
When Coach Jesse Shea started here at Red Lion, I remember speaking with him the first time we met, and one thing he was very excited about was the youth in the program, the guys that were coming up. And Kevin Myers mentioned that these guys have been playing since 7th grade, and those are the guys that Jesse Shea was referring to when we first met. And here they are, out here together on a senior night.
Yeah, that's right. And he probably would have been, I guess, freshmen or sophomores when he came. So he probably saw what he had coming in the pipe. Not that they've been bad the last couple of years. I think the first year he took over from 1-9 team, but he had winning seasons the last couple of years. So
well, you saw a little bit of a downtrend for Red Lion when he first took over. It was like that when he took over, similar to eventual administration. You always blame it on the people before you.
Right. Yeah.
But certainly this team has been tested. They've been through a lot together, not only playing on the same teams, but they lost some teammates in a tragic car accident, and that'll really bring guys together. So that gives them a little bit more to fight for here tonight on a senior night as they continue to try to write the narrative on an undefeated season.
All right, and we're ready for the kick. Line will receive. They'll go left to right in the first quarter. Drake Pugh will boot it for Dallastown. Paul Jones deep for the Lions. Dallastown, white jerseys, gray pants, gray helmets. Red Lion, the black jerseys with the gold trim and the black helmets. And we are ready to roll for Red Lion Dallastown. The Fast Signs opening kickoff is underway. A high kick, fairly short. Jones comes up under it at the 10. He cuts to the near hash mark now and hit hard at about the 21 or 22 yard line. And laying the lumber, the first guy in there was Malik Key for Dallastown. And so Red Lion will get started at its own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. I think that hit right there is indicative of what we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see a bunch of kicks tonight. It's important that these guys on these first couple plays get composure, play within themselves, not get too excited and make any mistakes.
All right, and they're lining up big Nick Argento in the backfield here in front of Dylan Guerreri to start things off. He goes in motion in the backfield. They pitch it to Guerreri behind Argento, and Guerreri has a hole out to about the 27 or 28 yard line. So you got a 311-pound fullback leading the way out there. And Nate Downey on the stop. It is a gain out to the, where are they going to mark this thing? At 28, that's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
All right, 6'3", 311 pounds. Does enough when he's lined up on the line, but full head of steam. Quite the escort.
Big hole for Guerreri off the other way, and he cuts into the secondary. He's at midfield. Guerreri down the near sideline. He's at the 30, at the 20, the 10, and they're not going to get him. Dylan Guerreri, a simple off-tackle play, goes 72 yards into the end zone. No flags, and the Lions take the lead 47 seconds into this game, 6-0.
We talked about how it would be a physical contest, and the playmakers on this squad early. Dylan Guerreri coming out, proving he's a junkyard dog. Wow.
Well, Argento was on the line that time. It was the single back, and a simple handoff off right tackle. And Guerreri shook one man about 5 yards downfield, and he did not catch him. So into the end zone he goes, and Emig will now try and add the extra point for the Lions. Snap is there, the set is down, the kick is up, and the left-footed kick is no good. Missed it off to the left, apparently. So the big touchdown goes, but the PAT missed, and sometimes those things will come back to bite you. But early excitement here at Horn Field as Lions on the long run take the lead by a score of 7-0. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Hunter's Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice is top priority to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunter Orthodontics.
Hi, this is Drew. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to Horn Field. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. And Red Line quickly out of the gate on the second play scores. And now our fast signs kick from Sam Emig. And a sidewinder is taken about the 2-yard line there. And straight upfield and tackled at about the 13-yard line on the return for Dallastown was Edgar Saintano. And a good special teams play made for Red Line that time by Zamint. And so Dallastown takes over kind of deep in its own territory at about the 13-yard line. And the Wildcats in the hole. Let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Lightning quick score. Red Line to open up this ballgame on their opening drive, going 2 plays, 79 yards, a nice 72-yard touchdown from Dylan Guerreri for his 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
1st and 10 at the 13, and they give it off. I believe that was Zion DeVantos nowhere as the left side of that defensive line crashes down for the Red Lions, and they're going to mark that right at the line of scrimmage, and no gain. Will be 2nd down and 10.
Mentioned earlier how well coached both these ball clubs are. Plenty of resolve for this Dallastown Wildcat program. See how they respond after getting punched in the mouth on the opening drive for Red Lion.
And I believe that was Rodney Scott on the carry that time, so no gain for him. And a play fake, and Sparks keeps it, and Mike Sparks, the quarterback, has a nice run out near the 20, and he does make it right to the 20. So he picks 7 on the play fake, and the quarterback's going to set Dallastown with a 3rd down and 3. As the hit for Red Line made by John Young, the senior linebacker.
They fake the jet sweep. Does a good job of holding the linebackers. Jonah Miller, Aaron Grazer on the offensive line do a good job creating running lanes.
3rd and 3. Tyron motion fake it to him and give it off to the back, and he is smothered. And that was big old Nick Argento in there to drop, and that is Rodney Scott again. Drop him for a loss, back to the 17, loss of 3. So DeVance not in there. I thought in the warm-ups he looked okay, but he did not play in the series. So loss of 3, 4th down for Dallastown, and that's going to bring up a unique physique punt from Drake Pugh. A bit of a low snap, but he fields it, gets it off. Low pressure, good high kick by Pugh, and taken at the 40-yard line and straight ahead. I believe is Denny Dennison back to the 45-yard line of Dallastown, and the tackle for the Wildcats down there is made by a guy I don't have on my roster, number 63, so can't help you out there, but a pretty good return and a 1st and 10 for Red Line at the 45 of Dallastown. So Wildcat defense needs to make an early stand here. You don't want to get down to these Red Line Lions because they'll just start running the ball and chewing the clock.
Immediately puts a smile on my face. Denny Dennison. He's a scrappy player, good physical football player, a little undersized, but he's made plays, has an 86-yard interception return, and has some great punt returns as well.
Doherty, the fullback now, and Guerreri, keeper by Emig, and well defensed by Dallastown, comes to the right side, and they take him down for a very short gain, a yard or so. Donovan Catchings, Ray Christus there on the stop, and no gain for Emig. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from.
Starting out great field position for Red Lion. on the 40 of Dallastown, moving from our left to. And we're not going to have to see much gadgetry or trickery from this Red Lion offense. They can pound the rock as Argento gets back in the backfield.
Yeah. Oh, full house backfield, and boy, yeah, I mean, full house back there, and there's Guerreri. And now it's Emig on a keeper on the right side. He gets down to the 40, so gain about 5 by Sam Emig. And the stop in there for Dallastown by Max Tyrell. It's going to be 3rd down and 5, and by my count, Gareth, on that touchdown run, Guerreri went over 1,000 yards for the season.
That's correct. Came into this game with 907 yards. So a big run for him, put him over the 1,000-yard mark. We had a little bit more than that coming into this game, but he's an impressive player. These 3rd downs are crucial. See if Red Lion can convert on 3rd and 5.
Dallastown showing blitz, and they do bring the run blitz, and Emig has it up the middle. But he is hit and driven backwards, and that was William Robinson, the linebacker, who filled the hole, and Emig gets stopped about 1.5 yards short, so it's going to be 4th down and 1 at the 41-yard line of Dallastown, so we will see what the Lions do here. I think they're going to go.
Jesse Shea, not quite the riverboat gambler, but he does like to be aggressive in these situations as they go for it on 4th and 1.
And they hand it off to Doherty, the full. He is stacked up at the line, and where they're marking him, he's going to be short. That was William Anderson who played before, and he did not get it. There was no movement, and good job by the Wildcat defense, the fullback Doherty for no gain. And on downs, the Wildcats will take over just beyond their own 40. So play the Wildcat defense had to make, Gareth, and they made it.
Great job by that defensive front. We talked about big guys on both sides. You got Christus, Izzy Clarion, 220. They're both, one's a senior, one's a sophomore. Do a great job of using leverage, shocking the test of the offensive line, and allowing the linebackers to come in and create a wall.
So Wildcats take over their own 41, down 7-0. Downey in motion. They hand it off to Scott off the right side, and a little hole there, but it closed quickly. He gets about 2 out to the 43, and it's going to be 2nd down and 8 from there. Ben Fry on the stop from his defensive end spot. So Zion Devance has not played yet tonight, and I don't know if he's injured or what, but I did see him in the warm-ups. He's their leading rusher with 866 yards, but Rodney Scott has been the guy in the backfield so far tonight. Wide receivers each way on 2nd down and 8. Down motion. Play fake. Sparks throws it. It's picked off by Paul Jones. He was going for Connor Moore on the slant. And Jones with the INT and returns it to the 39-yard line. And so on the turnover, Red Lion right back in business at the Wildcats 39-yard line.
Jones also a starting receiver on offense, so you know you had good hands. Go play. That Dallastown comes into this game as the underdog. They can ill afford to make mistakes as penalties and turnovers, especially after a nice stop from their defense. See if this defense can answer the bell again.
It's the 8th pick thrown by Sparks season. And it is 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Wildcats 39 now, up 7-0. 6:47 left here in Hunters Hill Ortho first quarter. A couple of play fakes. Emmings rolling right, going deep for the end zone, going for Doherty, the fullback, broken up back there, and a flag comes in from the back judge as hustling back to make the play was Max Tyrell, and he did hit the ball, but they say he ran into Doherty first, and so that's going to be a pass interference penalty and a 15-yard first down for Red Lion. Now, he did get a hand on football back there, and I think the officials discussing it as to whether he hit the ball first or the player first. I think we have a guy Mike tonight. Apparently not. So they do split the call. That was a close one.
It was, and it was actually very good coverage. Play action fake. Very good fake by Emig. And you run so much from this Red Lion team. They go that play action, try to make a big play and capitalize on the turnover. Defensive back, a great job of sticking with the rider, staying disciplined, not getting caught looking in the backfield at the play action, and gets the penalty, but still very good defense. Gave himself a chance.
So 1st and 10 at the 24 of Dallastown now. Red Lion with the ball in the lead. 6-4 to the first quarter. Doherty in the backfield, and flag flies at the snap, and illegal procedure against Red Lion, so that will the Lions back 5, and it will be 1st and 15 from there.
Take it first and 15, back to the 29-yard line.
See how disciplined this defense is of that great coverage on the play action. Usually you see those guys wide open, and that would have been a big strike for Red Lion offense to light up the board quickly early in this ball game.
So first and 15 now at the 29-yard line, and hand off to Guerreri off the right side. He fights his way back to the original line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line. Ray Christus, the defensive tackle, on the stop. So it's actually a gain of 4 to the 25. It'll be second and 11. And not to distress you there, Gareth, but Hanover's taken a 7-0 first quarter lead over the Squires down in the southwestern part of the county.
Yep, just talk with them a little bit.
Okay. Three wide receivers to the near side for Red Lion, and second and 11 at the Dallastown 25. 6 minutes left first quarter. Lions up 7-0. Emig takes snap, and he's going to run. Up the middle he goes. Big hole. Secondary he goes, and into the end zone. Sam Emig sitting up on the quarterback keeper, untouched into the end zone. Great hole opened by the offensive line, and a 25-yard touchdown for Sam Emig, and Red Lion up early here, 12-0. Emig's 18th rushing touchdown of this season.
Offense coming out breathing fire early in this ball game, lighting up the scoreboard twice. 2 big runs.
The 18 attempt by Emig. First one was missed. Wide set is down. The kick is up. This one, I think, was drilled right down the middle, and it was. So 5:53 left still here in the Hunters Hill Ortho first quarter. This is the reverse of what Dallastown saw last week. They got up 17-0 to Central before losing it. Red Lion leads it 13-0 on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Was built on commitment and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion to the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WORK.
Welcome back to Horn Field. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. And the fast signs kick from Emig is taken in by down at about the 4-yard line, straight ahead, and a flag flies. So good return out to the 30 for the Wildcats, may be brought back due to a penalty here. We shall have to see. Rodney Scott on the return, and it is a hold against, or rather illegal block against Dallastown, so they're going to be pushed back again. And get our Yorktown Roofing and side scoring recap here from Gareth.
The Lions capitalize following an interception, Paul Jones, and they are set up at the 39-yard line of the Wildcats after 2 penalties. They go 1 play and a 25-yard quarterback run up the middle. Sam 18th rushing touchdown with 5:47 seconds left in the first quarter. Red Lion leads 13, Dallastown 0.
All right, the Wildcats will have to start from their own 11 after the penalty, and Sparks drops to throw in the pocket and is being chased, and Argento has him for the sack back at the 6-yard line. Got away from Bryce Register, and big Nick Argento, one of the seniors on this team, brings him down at the 6. Loss of 5. Going to be second and 15 for the Wildcats now, back to their 6-yard line.
And we'll keep reminding you, he's a senior, 6'3", 311 bills is what he clocks in at. And he's quick. He's a guy, physical, athletic. He's active on that defensive front, does a great job using his hands and shedding the block, gets a sack.
So second and 15, 3 wide receivers for Dallastown, and they're going to run it up the middle. No doing there. In fact, they're going to lose yards again. I believe Zion DeVance is in the backfield for Dallastown now, and it was DeVance, but he's dropped it to 4, so he loses 2 on his first carry of the night, the middle of that line, holding for Red Lion, and so it is 3rd down now and 17 for Dallastown at their own 4-yard line, as things could not be going much worse for Kevin Myers' guys here first quarter.
Can't get anything going on offense yet in this game. Already have an interception.
Sparks going to have to throw out of his end zone. Fires it to the sideline and overshoots his man, Connor Moore. Pretty good coverage out there anyway at about the 20-yard line. So it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and a unique punt. And Drake Pugh will have to kick it out of the end zone, and this is where they had trouble last week against Central. A high snap that Drake couldn't handle was recovered for a touchdown by the Panthers, but Dallastown was up 17-0 that time. They're down 13-0 now. 4:30 left in the first quarter. All Red Lions so far is a good snap. He gets it out of there. End over end kick, and fielded at the 42-yard line by Paul Jones. Ran his own man, and now is still on his feet and is finally brought down at the 24-yard line of Dallastown. The hit made by Anthony Momo for the Wildcats, but Red Lion knocking on the door of the red zone already at the Wildcat 24 with 4:18 left in the first quarter, and the Lions already up 13-0.
Impressively better and better field position. 4 positions so far, and the last 3 of them consecutively have been started in Dallastown territory, going from the 45 to 39, and now set up at the 24-yard line.
Well, Dallastown's defense really needs to answer the bell here. If they get down 3 scores in the first quarter, that is a tough deficit against these Red Lions. So 1st and 10 it is for the Lions at the Wildcat 24. Doherty in motion in the backfield. And Guerreri has it, looking to run to the right, and gets a yard or 2 down to about the 20 or 23-yard line. Chris Donovan Catchings, Joe Munoz on the top. And they're going to mark it here at the 23. It's a gain of about a yard, 2nd down and 9.
A welcoming sign for this home stadium and this crowd, as that they've had such success so far. Lions running the ball up the middle. They haven't even had to try and ball on the perimeter with their big-time playmakers.
And they gives it off to Guerreri. Guerreri is a good one on the left side, and William Anderson rides him down about like 2 yards or so short of the first down. It's about the 16-yard line to 7, so it's a gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd and 3 as they enter the Weckers Carpet red zone due to the Red Lion Lions.
The last possession was finished with a 25-yard run from quarterback Sam Emig, and certainly adds another element that is difficult to defend when your quarterback comes in as second leading rusher.
3rd and 3 for the Lions, and they throw it, and the ball's tipped, and was it picked? No, almost picked. It was tipped at the line, and one of the Wildcat defenders had a shot at it there. I'm trying to pick up the number here. And Donovan Catchings, right. He was unable to get in, though, so it's going to be 4th down 3 for the Lions, and they'll go for it here at the Dallastown 17.
Good play design. Sam Emig tries to dump it off to Dylan Guerrero coming out of the backfield. And Catchings puts his mid up there, knocks it down.
All right, so Dallastown has to hold again on 4th down now. 4th and 3 at the Wildcat 17. Emig working out of the pistol. He's rolling to his right. The pressure comes. He gets away from it, though, and he is going to have the first down. Boy, it looked like they had him trapped in the backfield, but he got away and gets down to the 13-yard line, and that's a gain of 4 and a first down, and a nifty run by the Sam Emig.
Good job by the defense bringing pressure on the outside, allowing the bootleg. But you got a guy that can create at quarterback. As talented as Sam Emig, again, creates difficulties for the defense.
So 1st and 10 and 13 in the Weckers Carpet red zone. 2:15 in the first quarter. Red Line already up 13-0 and driving for more. And Guerreri powers his way, just keeps moving, pile forward down to about the 6-yard line. Looked like that was going to be a short gain, but just kept churning the lineman kept moving, and finally Joe Munoz stopping him there, but it's a gain of 7 to the 6-yard line, and 2nd down and 4, or 2nd down and 3 from there.
Red Line is just overpowering Dallastown right now in the trenches, coming up on a 6-plus drive as they go the 13-yard line.
2nd and 3 at the 6. Argent again in backfield. They give it to Guerreri. Guerreri crosses the 5 and is down, but I was short of these sticks as Drake Fleet in there, I believe, to make the hit. It's going to be a gain of 2. 3rd and 1 for line at the Dallastown 4.
That threw me off looking at the scoreboard for the ball marker. Started at the 24-yard line. Now at the 4, facing 3rd and 1, moving from our left to right. For a run right behind big Nick Argento.
And Doherty in at fullback now, 3rd and 1. Under center is Emig. And going to keep it. He's getting pushed from behind by Doherty, and going to move the pile forward enough, I believe, to get the first down. I think they've spotted it inside the 3, and it is going to 1st and goal for the Red Lion Lions from about the 2.5-yard line.
First 3rd down conversion for the Red Lion offense. And they haven't needed to convert many. They've been doing it on 1st and 2nd, and they're starting with great field position. And they're going to capitalize on that again. They're set up at the 2-yard line, ready to punch in.
The lone back behind Emigu's under center. Doherty in motion. They give it to him, and Doherty stands up into the end zone. So they gave it to him as he came through the backfield, and he is untouched to pay dirt. And with 32 seconds left in the first quarter, Lions stretches the lead to 19-0.
Pat Doherty does his share of blocking and clearing the path for Dylan Guerreri and Sam Emig. And he gets another touch and another touchdown. That's his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Versatile, physical football player.
And Emig on for the point again. Snap is there, a little low. Set is there, and the kick is up, and it is through. That stretches the Red Lion lead at 20 with 32 seconds left in the first quarter. What a quarter for the Red Lion Lions, and conversely, what a horrible start for the Dallastown Wildcats. So they need to do what Central did last week. Central came back from the big deficit, but that's been Central's MO all year. I don't know that the Wildcats have really operated that way, and it's tough to do against Red Lion in any case. So we're going to keep it here with just 32 ticks left in the period, and we'll get our Yorktown roofing and scoring recap here in just a moment. But Dallastown really, their offense really needs to get something going here. They have struggled mightily so far, and they're in a big hole now, 20-0. Perfect night for football here on Senior Night at Red Lion. The Lions looking to go undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1974. Wow. I have my bell bottoms and my long hair and get disco jeans ready.
Yeah, that was my Halloween costume.
Here's Pastine's kick, and it's a line drive taken by, I believe it's Scott at about the 20, and that's all. Red Lion, good special teams coverage tonight, right at the 20-yard line, and down to make the hit. Have to pick up some of these numbers tonight. I believe that was like number 6 jogging off there. If that's the case, that would be Jason Nazarenas, and hope they got the right guy. But it's 1st and 10 at the 20 for Dallas. That's 25 seconds left in the first quarter, so after this play, we'll get our scoring recap for you and see if the Wildcats can get something going on offense now. Sparks turns, hands it to Vance, who ran into his own man in the backfield, but he is out to about the 27-yard line. That's the best run tonight for Dallas. Gain of 7 for Zion DeVance. And let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Starting out with great field position once again at the 24-yard line of Dallastown. Red Lion goes 8 plays, takes just under 4 minutes off the clock. 2-yard touchdown, usually playing at the fullback position. Pat Doherty gets his call, his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And as we roll into the second quarter, Red Lion is up, Dallastown 0.
All right, and that is the end of the first quarter. And we'll take a break and be back with the Rodney transmission second quarter after this in the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Serving New York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.05. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, or get carry at 843-1143.
I'm Henry Holloway from The Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweet your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season on wild bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black sunflower for just $17.99. And all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding and watching the birds. Come to The Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt sale from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 East Broadway in Red Lion.
Your county, your Sports Radio.
And starting the Broadway Trans second quarter, Zion Devance carries, but he is going to be thrown for a loss to the 25. So it's 5 for Dallastown now. Our own 25, trailing 20-0 here in the just started the second quarter. Sparks fires it down the middle, going for his tight end Ward, and that's going to be an interference penalty on the defensive back for Redline as he is tangled up the tight end there, Ben Ward. That's Zach Crossland who's going to get the call, the safety that time. So that's going to be the Wildcats, I believe, their first down of the night. Come be a penalty, but of course, you know, Gareth, they did the thing they always want to do. We want to get that tight end involved in the offense there.
That's right. Can't go wrong when you get the tight end involved. A big play or a first down with the penalty time.
All right, so the Wildcats getting a much-needed move into the sticks here. They're out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there as Ward was just running a post down the middle of the field on 3rd and 5, and he was tangled up with the safety, Zach Crossland.
Ben Ward comes in this game, 5 catches, 31 yards.
On first down, they fake it, and again, Sparks down the sideline, and he overshoots his man. It's picked off by Crossland that time. He got behind Max Terrell, and the pass was overthrown. Crossland got the, now he gets the pick, second one thrown tonight by Mike Sparks, who has yet to complete a pass to his own guys, and Red Lion takes over at its own 23-yard line. Second turnover of the night for the Lions defense. And it's first and for Red Lion, already up 20-0, 11-11 left in the Broadway Transmission second quarter.
Spoke about Red Lion coming into this game plus 10 in the turnover margin. Great hands on defense. And Sparks, second one tonight, 9th of the season.
Yeah, he just put too much air under them and got it out, and Crossland as the safety playing back there, and he picked it off. So 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers now in an empty backfield. Now in motion comes Zach thrown into the backfield, and they're going to give it to him. Now he throws, and he gets a Paul Jones on edge. Jones gets a block, breaks a tackle, and is down to the sideline to the 55-yard line. So a little bit of trickery there, and that's going to be a gain of 22 yards on the pass completed there by Zach Thone. Paul Jones for 22 yards and a first down.
Spoke about the success the Lions offense has had running the ball between the tackles. It gets that defense aggressive, coming up the field. They haven't had to use any plays on the perimeter and catch the Wildcats off guard.
They did, and so that'll be, you know, something that whoever they face in the playoffs is going to see that on tape, and that's something else they're going to have to think about next week. Zach thrown with the out to Paul Jones on the edge. And they do it again. The other side of Taylor, Uberti gets away from one man, but the second guy comes to get him after a 2-yard gain. Bryce Register hustling out there to make the play. Was stopped pretty well. I think it was Tyrell who got in there, or might have been Dixon. It's a gain of 2, second down and 8.
Jesse Shea's teams are fun to watch. They do some creative and innovative things on both sides of the ball. The key to that play is you notice that it's a forward pass, so if it's dropped, it's incomplete and not a lateral or a fumble.
On second down, Guerreri off right tackle, but not much there. Ray Christus brings him down after, actually they're going to mark it for no gain. So Christus had a nice game, 5'11", 220-pound sophomore defensive tackle. Going to be 3rd and 8 for Red at their own 47.
Crucial 3rd down for this Wildcat defense. Down 20 on a rolling clock at 9:40 in the second quarter. They have to get a stop here and get this defense off the field, give their offense another opportunity.
3rd and 8 at the 47 for the Lions. Hemming to go from the pistol now. 3 wide to the near side. Takes the snap, and he's going to run it. And up the middle he goes. Gets a midfield to the 40 of Dallastown, picks up 5, but he needed 8. So he is stopped there by, again, Christus and looks like Mickey Medina. They mark it at the 49, so it's a gain of 4, and it's going to be 4th down and 4, and we'll see if Redline decides to go.
They'll punt this. I think they're going to line up as if they're going to go for it, and you'll see Sam Emig with the pooch punt from the extended shotgun quarterback position. We've seen them do many times before.
Jesse Shea was, before coming here, the offensive coordinator at Bishop McDevitt. So Emig is under center. Maybe they're going to try and draw him off sides, be a first down if they can. And boy, they got back very close. And now Emig takes a timeout as the play clock was rolling down. So they almost got him to jump defensively. They did move, but got back. So Redline taking a timeout. 8:37 left in the first half. We'll take a break too. Lions up 20-0 on Sports Radio 1350. Well, wait a minute. We better not. Looks like they're hustling out there. Now they're talking. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Copeman & Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurance Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies, plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at igyork.com. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 13.
And back in Hornfield, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. 4th down and 4, and the Lions lining up to punt it. This time they've got Emig in the punt formation. He's the quarterback as well, but they're at their 49 of Dallastown and up 20-0, 8:37 left the Broadway Trans second quarter.
Wildcats could use a nice return.
High snap. Emig able to corral it, gets off a pretty good kick. It's going to hit at the 15. A big Redline bounce inside the 5, and they got it at the 2-yard line. It's all Redline way tonight. Good coverage, and back thrown, who just had the pick, was down there to make the down ball. So the Wildcats, as you said, could have used a nice return. They don't get it. They'll start at their own 2 in a 20-point hole.
It's just been that kind of night. A lot of things. The ball just bouncing Red Lions' way. Dallastown now backed up in the shadow of their own goal post once again. So far tonight they started at the 13 and 11. Need to get a couple first downs. Get for their offense to work.
So work out of the pistol now. He's got Scott to his left hand, Zion DeVance behind him. Takes the snap, play fake. He's going to throw it over. Shot his man. He had his tight end Ward wide open that time on a little slant route at about the 10. And if he'd have caught that one in stride, he could have run another 10 or 15 yards. But overshot him. And he is 0-4 tonight with 2 picks, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
See, this defense is foaming at the mouth. Aggressive. Coming after him, trying to get field and trying to get this safe. It just seems like Mike Spark hasn't been in rhythm all night. Hasn't been on the same page with his receivers. Missing his guys, overshooting them a lot.
Yeah, he was getting 10 now. And they're going to try and run it to Vance. And boy, he is hit. Now they drive him in the end zone, but in there he was out when he was hit at the 1. So it's not going to be a safety. Of a yard by DeVance back to the 1, and so from there it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Dallastown with 8 minutes left in the half. So if the Wildcats don't move the sticks here, Redline is going to get the ball back in great field position with more than half of this quarter remaining. Dallastown, I believe their only first down tonight has come via penalty. 4 wides on 3rd and 11. Sparks have to throw it out of his end zone. Fires it down the sideline and out of bounds. He was going for Connor Moore, but he was blanketed by Paul Jones, and that was a good 5 yards out of bounds. So Sparks gets rid of it in the end zone, but it's going to be 4th down and 11, and a unique physique punt will come, and Drake Pugh is not going to have the full range here if Redline comes after it.
5 possessions for this Wildcat offense tonight. 3 punts. This will be the 3rd and 2 interceptions. Redline has started at the 45, 39, 4-yard lines of Dallastown.
Good snap. Pugh gets it up, but it's a short kick. sidewinder, hits at the 28. Take a good bounce out across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line. So pretty good punt, that 42-yard punt by Drake Pugh. But Red Lions still will be set up in Wildcat territory again, starting 1st and 10 at the 42 with 7:23 left here before Vito's Pizza halftime show.
Right now you're looking for someone on that Wildcat defensive unit to step, make a play, get a spark going for this Wildcat team.
1st and 10 Lions at the 43 of Dallastown. Emig out of the pistol, puts Doherty in motion, takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. Hole off the left side. He's down near a 1st down. They're going to mark him, I think, about a yard short, 34. So a gain of 9. Anderson, the linebacker, on the stop. Gain of 9 for Emig, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Lions.
Certainly see the maturity and discipline of these Wildcats. A punt was let go that was tough to field. Good safe play. Sparks throwing it away, not taking chances. They have resolve. They need to use it on offense.
On 2nd and short, and they throw it and to Uberte on a little slant pattern. But good coverage that time by Edgar Centeno, who got there just at the time the ball did. And Emig had it on the money. He hit Uberto between the ones, number 11, but Centeno able to get a hand in there and yank it away. So incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
Those are the kind of plays the Wildcats need to continue to make. And on this third one, it's a big opportunity for this defense to get a negative play and come back out, try to stop it on 4th down.
Ball at the Wildcat 34. Emig under center. And takes the quick handoff to Doherty, and Doherty has a 1st down to the 29-yard line goes Pat Doherty as he's tripped up there by John Brandon, the linebacker, but a gain of 5, and they move the chains again. 1st and 10 to the Wildcat 29.
Red Line uses some misdirection in the backfield, holds the linebackers, gives the offensive line the ability to make some larger running lanes. Another 1st down, the 5th of the night for the Lions.
On 1st down, they give it off to Guerreri following his blocker over the left side. Gets down to about the 27 before he's tossed back. William Anderson, Joe Munoz on the stop. Also Steve Dunzik in there. And it's going to be a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. An interesting thing in the pregame, Jesse Shea told you about Sam Emig's great completion percentage, 73 and 95, and he's 0 of 2 tonight. But Zach Throne is 2 of 2 tonight, and he's 4 of 4 on the season. Throne hasn't missed yet on those little days.
Taking a page out of Emig's book.
2nd and 8 at the Wildcat 27 now. Emig going to keep it, and he's hitting the backfield and goes down at the 25-yard line. Steve Dunzik came through from the linebacker spot. Drake Fleet from the D tackle spot cleaning it up. So good penetration that time by the Wildcats, and a loss of 2 to the 30-yard line. And from there, it's going to be 3rd down. Well, mark it at the 29. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 from there.
Another good play. The senior linebacker Dunzik, 5'11", 190 pounds, comes in, makes a good play. A nice stick in the backfield and forces a 3rd and long. A great opportunity to get off the field.
Andy Dennison's in there. One of the wide receivers, 1 of 3 to the top of the formation, 1 to the near side now for Red Lion. And I mean, straight drop to throw, rolling right, has time. Now the pressure comes, and he fires it toward the end zone, but it's out of bounds. And good defense by Centeno in front of Paul Jones. So 4th down and a 10 for Red Lion at the Wildcat 29-yard line, and we'll see what they do. My guess is they'll go because they're not going to punt it. Why would you?
Lions high-low concept. A deep flag with a short out underneath. Sam Emig getting greedy. Could have dumped it off early to Denny Dennison and got 7 yards and set up for a more manageable 4th and 3 as up to the 4th and 10 they face right now, moving from our right to left on the 29-yard line of Dallastown.
2 wide receivers now. Guerreri in the backfield. 3-man line for Dallastown. Emig drops to throw. in the pocket. He fires it. That's going to be picked by Donovan Catchings at the 15. Catchings comes back the other way, the 30, the 35, still on his feet. Oh, lost his 40. He could have run another 20 yards, but as it is, he gets it out to the Dallastown 43-yard line. So Donovan Catchings, the defensive back, drifts back in coverage and picks it off and returns it about 30 yards. And so Dallastown gets the turnover, the break that they needed. Still down 20-0, but the Wildcats have it at their own 43, 1st and 10.
You're telling me that wasn't in the scouting report? You can't throw it over to someone that has a last name Catchings? That's
right.
Trouble.
Absolutely.
He stumbled, and actually his own player, Edgar Santino, gave him a shove in the back and forced him to go down.
1st and 10, backs in the eye. They give it off to Scott. Look for running room. Bounces it outside. He's at midfield and fights his way near a first down. And he's going to be close where they finally bring him down out there. Jamel Foster on the top, but he gets 10, does Rodney Scott, on a nifty little run and a first down for Dallastown. The Wildcat offense show a little bit of life for the first time tonight.
The first down produced by this offense without a penalty. Ball game is rolling clock, 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half. Dallastown just crosses into red line territory.
Backs are in the eye. They give it up. Scott again looking for running room. Not much there, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. If he even did that, and I guess he just about did. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from there, but really good penetration. Stephen Tierney, the defensive tackle, one of the seniors in there, was first guy in. 2nd down and 10 at the red line 47.
Wildcats taking some punches early in this game. They're down 20, under 4 minutes left in the first half, and you continue to see the fight. Nothing has gone their way. You see this defense swarm, and they just continue to fight, break tackles, and try to make plays. Face a 2nd and 10 from the 47.
Out of the gun, drops to throw, pressure comes, he steps away, gets through the first wave and runs it to the 45. He's spun there as Doherty got the hit on him along with Foster, so he ends up gaining 2, and it'll be 3rd and in there for Dallastown. We've got a red line player down in the backfield now, and haven't been able to see who that is right now. 3:23 left in the half, while
might be Stephen Tierney.
He's one of the defensive linemen. Well, they take a look at him. We'll take our final break of the first half. Red Lion 20, Dallastown nothing in the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iaconos, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iaconos. They'll take care of you. A facial? That's right. Iaconos is the place to get it done. Iaconos, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WORK.
All right, we are back at Hornfield as they continue to tend to the red line player down. We haven't been able to confirm who that is yet. We think it, well, we shouldn't say until we know for sure. So they're taking a look at him. Looks like a leg they're looking at. Was in the Dallastown backfield. It's 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats at the red line 45. 20-0 red line leading. 3:23 left. The Broadway Trans second quarter. Let's get some scores. Our Rounds, Orchards, and Farm scoreboard update at the half. Bermuda big over big. Nothing. It is Tierney, and he's up now. Boy, you hope it's not serious, because this young man's been a starter here for a couple of years. A big part of offensive and defensive lines. On his senior night, you hate to see it, and just from the team standpoint, you want this guy in the playoffs. So, well, we'll see. He's limping badly right now and being helped off 2 of the trainers. So we'll see what it is. Hopefully something they can work out.
He grabbed his knee immediately.
We'll get the scores for you in a moment or two here. Right now it's 3rd and 8. Dallastown at the red line 45. And they give it to Devance on the counter play to the outside, but no, and he's smacked right at the line of scrimmage. Well defensed by Redline. Doherty strung it out. I think Jones made the hit out there. So no gain. It's going to be 4th and 8, and Dallastown will send on the punt team.
Talked with the coaches before the game about how physical of a contest this would be, and we continue to see big hits, aggressiveness from both teams.
Indeed. So the clock under 3 minutes now. And Pugh will punt it, trying to pin Redline back. High kick. It's going to hit it, and no, actually goes out of bounds. That was not Drake's best effort, and they're going to mark it all the way up at the 25-yard line. So Redline will have a 1st and 10 there with 2:39 left and a couple of timeouts. So we'll see. I'm sure the Lions are going to try to do it downfield and knife in here. They're up 20-0. And continue to work on Stephen Tierney's leg on sidelines on the training there, so we'll keep an eye on that and pass along what we can see. So 1st and 10 red line at their 25. 2 wide receivers to the near side and Uberti. And they don't have a football yet. Pressure bringing the play. They need that.
And Stephen Tierney, 6'5", 267, works beside Nick Argento. They'll miss him at tackle.
Hemming takes the ball and keeps it, faked it to Guerreri, but he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Well played that time by Bryce Register and John Brandon. No gain for Sam Emig, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Seeing the Lions offense try to go to perimeter a little bit more with their play selection and keep this defense honest so they can penetrate the middle and heart of that defense.
2nd and 10, Lions, their own 25, and 2 wides to the near side, and Emig will work out of that pistol formation, and this time he gives it to Guerreri. Up the middle goes Dillon to about the 28-yard line. Again, 3. It's 3rd down and 7 from there. Pretty well defensed again for Dallastown. Ray Chris, another stop on the defensive line.
Wildcats defensive unit doing a better job ahead in the down and distance, so stops on 1st down. Stops 2nd down, 4th or 3rd and long situations, and get that defense back off the field. You need to score points. Dallastown down 20 with a minute and a half left in the first half.
3 wide receivers near side as the Lions go right to left now. Emig takes the snap and hands it off to Guerreri, and gets a couple out to the 30, maybe the 31. Gain 3, and again Register on the stop, and it's going to be 4 and 4, and Dallastown will take its first time out as the Wildcats want to get the ball back and desperate to try and get some offense going here, as they've really struggled tonight with 1:13 remaining here. First half, and again Stephen Tierney, a key cog in the offensive and defensive lines for Redline, on the sideline right now at a leg injury, and they're still working on him over there. So we'll give you a Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update while we have a timeout here. The half, Bermudian up on Biglerville 34-0. Littlestown leading Fairfield 15-0 in the second quarter. DeLone has come back to take the lead over Hanover, 10-7 in the second. And Columbia leading Kennerdale 8-6 in the second. Those teams both looking for their first win. Northeastern looking to go 8-2. They lead New Oxford 22nd quarter. For a big battle for pride in the southwestern part of the county tonight. Spring Grove leading Southwestern 7-0 at the half. Nothing in on Susquehannock Dover. And and West York scoreless at the half, so the Bulldogs trying to get the upset there in their 3rd win. Central leading York High 7-6. That's in the first quarter. Cap up on York County Tech 20-6 in the second quarter, and Suburban leading Eastern 17-7 in the second quarter. And that is the Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update. Here's the punt from Unique Physique and gets it away. Oh, a beautiful kick by Emig over the head of a Dallastown receiver and bounces inside the 10, and they will down it at the 5-yard line. I think that was Max Tyrell who was deep. And that was a booming kick by Sam Emig.
25, 70 yards.
Wow.
Change in field position.
Yeah.
Just when things were looking for the Wildcats, is hoping that they would get some better field position. They haven't had that luck all night.
No.
Continue to see the consistency in execution from this red line unit.
So only 1 minute left here in the Bright Transmission second quarter, and Red Lion dominating 20-0. So Dallastown backed up here at their own 5. They have 2 timeouts left, but they have really struggled on offense this evening. Sparks under center. Takes the snap and gives it off to Vance off the left side. Has a little bit of a hole out to the 10, and then he's hit by Taylor Roberte and driven backward to gain 5. Second down and 5.
Tall task for this Wildcat offense to travel 95 yards in a minute after not having any success tonight. Only 1 first down. Jen from this offense without a penalty.
Yeah, I think Dallastown is going to be content to let this thing run out. That one more play here and get into the locker room and trying to regroup a little bit. Dallastown will get the ball to start the second half. 2nd and 5 at their own 10. Sparks takes the snap again, hands it to Devance, trying to get outside and shakes one tackle. This is Rod and stiff arms the guy and is pushed out of bounds. Zach thrown at the 15. That's probably going to be first down. It is with 9 seconds remaining here before halftime, and he went out of bounds, so they will get to run one more offensive play from their own 15.
More on the difficulties of this offense. Had 6 possessions, 2 interceptions, 4 punts, 3 3-and-outs.
Not much to write home about from the Wildcats' first here in this first half. So they will send a wide receiver each way with just 9 seconds left in the half. X in the eye, and they give it to Scott, the deep back, off left side out to the 20 and actually out to the 23. 8, and that'll be the end of the first half. So it's been all Red Lion here in the first 24 minutes as the Lions dominate, and they lead by a score of 20-0 over arch rival Dallastown as the Lions look to go undefeated regular season for the first time since 1974. The Vito's Pizza halftime show is coming your way next here on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com. This is the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99. A small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Nike, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without special prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83. Yeah, nothing quite like not being ready for the harsh, cold, white winter, huh? Remember the big storm blew through here last year when you weren't ready? Your shovels were broken, you forgot to get salt for the ice, and there you were knee-deep in a snow-packed driveway with you and your aching back wishing you had gotten a snowblower. Well, True Value in Shrewsbury and Loganville reminds you, be prepared this year. Get a snowblower in November and save. True Value has new snowblowers all this month, priced nice for preseason. Get a Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with a 208cc engine and a 21-inch path for only $399. Need something a little bigger? Try a 2-stage Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with 240cc engine and a 26-inch path. In November, only $699. Other popular brands are on sale too. You say you already have a snowblower? Well, good for you. Now get ready. The True Value service centers in Shrewsbury and Loganville can repair or tune up your snow blower, get it running like new again. Come on, this winter do your back a favor. Prepare yourself for great savings. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports.
Dennis, focus back up!
1350
And welcome back to Hornfield and Red Lion. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. It's halftime, the Vito's Pizza halftime show. In this rivalry, it has been all Red Lion tonight as the Lions lead it by a score of 20-0. Dallastown Wildcat band about to take the field, and they get to start the clock for halftime as the teams retreat to the locker rooms, and maybe they're going to Dallastown, I don't know. But anyway, as the band begins to prepare to take field here, we will have our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recaps for the first half.
On the opening possession of the ball game, a light quick strike for this home team, Red Lion. They go 72 yards. Dylan Guerreri scampers in after 2 plays on his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And after a missed point after attempt, Red Lion took the lead 6-0. And after an interception from Paul Jones, the 3rd possession for this offense, set up at the 39-yard line of Dallastown. Red Lion goes 25 yards for a 18th rushing touchdown. Sam Emig, quarterback keeper, up the middle. With 5 minutes, 53 seconds left in the first quarter, Red Lion was up 13, Dallastown 0. And the 3rd and final score of our first half action. Again, Red Lion rings the bell, set up at the 24-yard line. And after 8 plays in 4 minutes, finished with a 2-yard touchdown run. Pat Doherty gets his 6th rushing touchdown this season, and with 32 seconds left in the first quarter, gave us our halftime score: Red Lion 20, Dallastown 0.
All right, that's our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap from first half. Here as Red Lion leads Dallastown 20-0 at Hornfield. Take a break and back with our Kochman and Kunkel Insurance halftime stats and a little bit from the Dallastown band after this high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and the Vito's Pizza halftime show on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus, line all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports. Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just as the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350. WOIK.
And we're back at Hornfield. On Ruman and Gareth, his song here. Dallastown Wildcat Band performing here at halftime for the fans, but not much to cheer about on the Wildcat side tonight. They are down 20-0 in this rivalry game as the Red Lions look to go undefeated in the regular season for the first time, as Jesse Shea told us in the pregame show, in 42 years, 1974. So our halftime stats courtesy of Cookman Kunkel Insurance. And for Dallastown, not much on the offensive side. In the rushing category, Zion Devan, 6 carries, just 7 yards. Rodney Scott, 7 carries for 22 yards. And Mike Sparks, the quarterback, carries 4 yards. 17 carries, 33 yards for Dallastown on the ground. But through the air, they are 0 of 5 tonight. 2 interceptions, so only 33 total yards for Dallastown in the first half tonight, and only a couple first downs as well, including 1 by penalty. For Red Lion on the ground, Dylan Guerreri, 11 carries, 105 yards as he goes over 1,000 yards for the season. That includes a 72-yard touchdown run. Sam Emming carries 51 yards, including a 25-yard touchdown run, his 19th rushing touchdown of the season. And the fullback, Pat Doherty, carries 7 yards, including a 2-yard touchdown run. So the Lions, 24 carries, 163 yards on the ground in the first half. We haven't had a quarterback complete a pass in this game yet. Sam Emming is 0 of 5 for Red Lion, and that's uncharacteristic. He came in to this game 73 of 95 through the air, but hasn't been able to connect tonight. However, Zach Throne out of the backfield is 2 of 2 for 24 yards. So 24 passing for Red Lion tonight, 187 total yards for the Lions, but they've turned those turnovers into points, and they lead it by a score of 20. Cookman Kunkel, halftime stats for you here on the Vito's Pizza halftime show. Dallastown on the field as the Red Lions lead it by a score of 2-0. We'll take a break and come back with our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show. After this, band will take us to the break on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. At Apple Ford, we believe in providing the highest level of integrity in every sale, lease, and service transaction. Our customers are our neighbors. Our integrity is how they became our friends. And it's why they keep coming back and referring their friends. If you want a great deal on a new or pre-owned car or truck, come to Apple Ford. Any one of our qualified sales or certified service professionals will exceed your expectations with integrity. Visit Apple Ford at 3250 Cape Horn Road in Red Lion or shop GoAppleFord.com.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna, North York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discounts, see me, Trish Hauser.
To get ready for every Penn State ball game, keep it on Radio 1350. I'm Ron Ruman, and each week during the fall, I'll bring you the latest on this Saturday's game with comments from Coach James Franklin and Nittany Lion players. Listen for reports throughout the day, Wednesdays through Fridays. Brought to you by Penn State York, your neighborhood Shore Save Markets, and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. For your Penn State football fix, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And Dallastown Wildcat Marching Band ring for the fans here at halftime there. Superhero show. No superheroes in the first half for the Wildcats, though. They're down 20-0. The Red Line here at halftime on the Pizza Half 10. Again, we hope to have some playoff action for you, Nick. We'll let you...
Here's my plan. In my new home, I will place baskets of delectable maple donuts all around.
Oh, so any order who stops by could score a fresh, delectable maple donut. Glazed, a jelly-filled, vanilla sprinkles.
People love them.
Ooh, sounds like a big job. Who's going to be in charge of all those maple donuts?
People are suggesting the governor of New Jersey, but I'm thinking that might not be a good idea.
Yeah, the old fox in the hen house thing.
So sad.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide bold solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOY.
Alrighty, we are back here at Horn Field in Red Lion. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. It's halftime, and Red Lion up 20-0 here in this big rivalry battle, and it has been all Red Lion here in the first half. Dallastown back out of the locker room now. So we have a minute or two, and we'll just we got to talk briefly here, but Gareth, I think a lot of folks will be interested in kind of seeing how the big time operates last week, looking at an Ivy League television broadcast. So, you know, what was interesting in the booth there for you?
We went up to the Yale at Columbia broadcast last Friday on NBC Sports Network. Very interesting to see the mix behind the scenes and the production. Took a look at the production van. You get to see all the guys in there that really make things happen. It's interesting to see the broadcasters who have to call into the truck and request replays and on certain guys, request certain stats, the immediate stats that come to the guys, and the spotters do a magnificent job of helping out the broadcasting talent, pointing out it's difficult from up here and having this opportunity to call these games. It's been a great experience, but man, it gives you so much more appreciation for the pros and how good they are, and the mechanics of passing it off, and really just a synergy between partners. And really, some of the best that I've ever heard, and I'm much more of a critique now, is watching the Indians and the Cubs. Those guys are great. Joe Buck does a wonderful job.
Joe Buck's terrific.
John Schmaltz, he really brings you in, teaches you a lot about the game, makes it much more interesting, breaks you down. You know, the guys are missing pitches, where they're trying to hit, how they're missing it. And Buck, I mean, it's in his genes. He's great.
That's right, it is. And I agree, and I think Joe Buck is one of the best. I've heard a lot of people being critical of him, and I don't know. I tell you what, I don't care for him on golf very much, but on baseball and even football, but I think baseball, he's maybe the best. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, obviously this is, you know, with what we're doing here, it's just two of us, and we kind of take care of all the mechanics, and it'd be nice to have some extra help out here with stats and spotters and all that. But you know, it's a different ball game, and it's amazing to see all the stuff that goes on behind. I worked in news and television production for some years, and you know, all the stuff, what you see out there, for every person you see on the air, there are, you know, even in the local broadcasting, there are 8 or 10 behind the scenes. In a network, there's you know,
as you say, always pushing the right buttons behind the scenes.
That's right.
Hey,
so
another guy to throw out there is Mike Tirico. He's a guy that, you know, golf, basketball,
very versatile,
football.
right? So, well, good. I'm sure it was a great experience, and you know, you've done a great job here the last, I guess, what's this, 4 years now?
Yeah.
And
3.5.
3.5. It's been a lot of fun. So that was just interesting to see. So we're ready to start the second half now, and Dallastown will get the ball, and they need to light the fire quickly because they are down 3 scores here to this, excuse me, Red Lion team, and as we noted, just 33 yards of offense in the first half for Dallastown. So they got to get something going quickly. Sam Emig will kick it, and Rodney Scott will go deep. Dallastown will go left to right. We shall see whether Stephen Tierney returns to the field. I have a feeling he will not tonight. He had the leg injury, and boy, that would be a loss for this team, and certainly for the young man as a senior especially as well. Now here's the second half kick. Emig, good high end-over-end kick, and I think that's Centeno back at about the 2-yard line, and is met by your buddy Denny Dennison, who's going to run him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So Centeno trying to get to the corner and make something happen, but Dallastown again will start in not great field position. They'll mark it at the 6. First and 10 for the Wildcats.
Good effort on the kickoff coverage. They almost lose contain. Great job setting up, running up the middle, and then trying to bounce it outside. The defensive coverage recovers, forces them out of bounds with 11:50. Here in the third quarter, Dallastown roll from the 16-yard line.
And Tierney is not out there on the defensive line for Red Line to start the second half. He has his helmet on, but he's sitting back on the training table on a first down handoff, and here Scott gets through the line to the 20, the 25, tripped up, and goes down at the 27. Zach Crossland making the ankle tackle there out at the 27-yard line, but that is a gain of 11 for Rodney Scott. Got a hole off right guard that time and moves the chance for Dallastown, so that's a positive for the Wildcats.
Only 3 first downs in the first half. One was due to a penalty. One was right before half on kind of a play that wasn't really going anywhere, a drive that had no potential. Good start.
And first down, they hand it straight ahead and maybe a yard or so. And that's going to be about it. That was Scott again. He actually got 12 on the first down. And at the 29-yard line, it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Dallastown.
Difficult task for Dallastown is when you don't have anything working with your offense, you can't run the ball, establish any kind of consistency. It's tough to open up the playbook and go anywhere else. Hopefully they can establish some of the running game here in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 9, they hand it off, and a good hole again for Scott on the right side, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, and we'll see where they mark this. It is a first down. They marked out to the 39. He was finally run out of bounds there by Jamel Foster and Zach Throne, but out to the 39, it's a gain of 10 for Rodney Scott, and another first down for Dallastown.
Great job coming out of halftime. This guy's got a break, got a refresher, and they're setting the tone right now for the second half.
Under center is Sparks. The back's in the eye behind him. And again, they give it to Scott running the other way. And this time he is nailed in the backfield as Pat Doherty comes through from the linebacker spot and drops him in the backfield. And Scott is slow getting up. They're going to mark this thing at the 37-yard line, and it's a loss of 2. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Talk about the physicality of these football players, especially Pat Doherty. He comes in there. He's a guy that likes to defend the den here at Horn Stadium, cleaning up the ball carrier.
So 2nd and 12, Wildcats their own 37, 20-0 Red Line. 10 minutes left in Maple Donuts' third quarter. Sparks under center, wide receiver each way, and he handed off, fake, and he gets it across the middle to Ward, and Ward caught it and dropped it. Now they're going to say that was a fumble. I don't know. I'm not sure he actually had possession of it, but they say it is. Ben Ward, the tight end, on a pass that Sparks put on the dot, caught it. They had a first down, and the ball came out, and so that's going to be a fumble. And the Red Line, its third turnover of the night. Dallastown's first completed pass, and they got it good for 13 yards. But then Ben Ward was hit, and the ball came out, and that's going to turn it over to Red Line. I think if we were in the NFL or the pros, they'd be looking at that to see if he actually ever had possession long enough for it to be a catch, but the official on the field ruled it is. So at midfield, Red Line takes over as the breaks continue to go the Lions' way tonight. And Dylan Guerreri has it, and off the left side, he gets a yard or so, and it's going to be 2nd and 8 from there. And Donovan Catchings in there to make it up after a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
And those are the things we at halftime that the Wildcats can ill afford. Really a bang-bang play. It's tough to take an opinion. I really think you could have called that either way, whether it was a catch and a fumble or an incomplete pass.
2nd and 9 now on Emig under center. Puts Doherty in motion and gives it to Doherty, who slipped on a little counter play in the backfield and is hit by William Anderson, and they say his knee went down when he slipped in the backfield, so he loses 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Lions now at their own 49-yard line, or 49-yard line.
Red Lions scored all their points in the first quarter. Wildcats defensive unit did a much better job of getting ahead and down a distance, getting some stops, getting the defense off the field, but unfortunately they had no fortune on the punts as their field position was within their shadow their own field goal post a couple times. Here's another great third and long opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
3rd and 11, and Emming in the gun, puts Uberti in motion away from us, and Sam to throw. Rolling to his right now, pressure coming, and he gets away from one and then is nailed as Ben Ward put the pressure on, and Bryce Register gets the sack back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 5, and it's going to be 4th down and long, and that'll bring up a unique physique punt.
Big Bryce Register, senior, 6 foot, 215 pounds. He does it on both sides of the ball. He's a great end. And also offensive tackle. He's a captain.
And it was Ben Ward that came through and put the initial pressure on, and then Register finished it up. So, again, the Dallastown defense does the job. It's just their offense that cannot get untracked. Good snap to Emming, pressure, but he gets off the kick. Another good kick. This one is fielded at the 17-yard line, and to the outside goes Max Tyrell, and he's bounced out of bounds. And now we have a late flag, and something happened on the sidelines afterwards, and that's the chippiness in this rivalry that the coaches talked about wanting to control, and this one may cost, if it was a late hit, and I really couldn't tell from here, if it's a late hit against the Lions, that'll cost them 15 yards, but we'll see. 2 flags were thrown as Tyrell was knocked out of bounds, and then something happened after that. It is a personal foul against Red Line, so the ball will move from the Dallastown 28-yard line out to about the 43. And the Wildcats will start there in one of the best field positions that they have had all game.
This matches their best field. They start at the 43 on their 5th possession. Went 3 and out. See if they can better that possession here.
All right, the Wildcats had their first completed pass of the night in the last play, but then a fumble occurred afterwards. It was a 13-yard pass to Ben Ward. Sparks under center now, offset eye behind him. Gives it to DeVance, looking to get outside, and does, and falls forward to about the 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 6. A nice little run on DeVance. Ben Fry on the stop. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Talk about some of these linebackers, Pat Doherty, and the plays he makes, but it's this defensive linemen up front that eat up blocks and allow these linebackers to come in and make plays, and also the safeties come in with great run fits. So Zion DeVance, not much room to work, so that was a crafty run.
2nd and 4. They give it to DeVance again, trying to go off the left side. Nothing there. He comes back this way, but is nailed in the backfield. It's going to be a loss there. Pat Doherty, again from his linebacker spot, will drop him for a 1-yard loss at the 48. So from there, it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Dallastown.
There's just nowhere to go. There's guys coming from outside, inside, linebacker depth. The secondary does a great job of coming up with their run fits. And they've been corralling these ball carriers for negative yards all night.
3rd and 5, and Dallastown's passing game has struggled all year, and there's movement now, and we'll see where the call goes. A couple of linemen stood up for Dallastown, but it almost looked like they thought somebody from Red Line had moved first, so we will have to see. And the officials talk it over, and it is against Dallastown procedure, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 10 back at the 43. So the Wildcats penalty, that doesn't help.
The story of the night has been this offense not being able to get anything going. 3 interceptions and the dominance of the running game for the Lions.
So 3rd and 10, Sparks will work out of the gun now. Takes the snap, drops to throw. Goes to his left, sets up, fires it, and missed his man out there. He was going for Donovan Catchings, but the ball was off the mark. Catchings trying to make a diving attempt, but it is incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and another unique physique punt for the Dallastown Wildcats.
We haven't talked about that yet. Donovan Catchings, he's up there on our names list, right?
Yes, he is, has to be. Does have an interception tonight, but nothing offensively. So Drake Pugh to put it away. 6:09 left in the Maple Donuts third. Good snap. Pugh gets it away. Off the side of the foot. That's a couple bad punts for Drake Pugh tonight. He's usually a pretty consistent kicker. This one out of bounds at the 35 5-yard line. So Red Line will start 1st and 10 from there. I'm sure Dallastown was hoping to push them back further than that, but it's not the case. So Dallastown unable to take advantage of the good field position, and Red Line will take over at its own 35, still leading 20-0, 6:02 left in the third. From Union up 42-0 over Biglerville in the fourth, so the Eagles to go to 8-0. We'll get some scores from Browns Orchards and Farm Market as we go here. Under center is Emig, full house backfield. They pitch it to Guerreri. Guerreri now using his blockers, cuts upfield, keeps the feet going and gets to the 40, maybe the 41, gain of about 5 or 6 before he's brought down out there by William Anderson, Steve Dunzik, and it is a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 from there.
Lions pull big Nick Argento, 311-pound convoy, leading the way for ball carriers. Do some creative things with him, put him in the backfield, like get him on the move. We could run behind him.
Yes. 2nd and 4 at the 41 now. And Doherty in motion, he gets the handoff and a big hole. Doherty into the secondary, spins, but is upended there by, I believe that's Braden Caldwell out there. And to the 49-yard line, though, and that is enough for the 1st down. In fact, a gain of 10 on the run for Pat Doherty into Dallastown territory. Littlestown up on Fairfield, 22-zip at the half. The lone leading Hanover, 24-14 in the third. Columbia up on Kennerdale, 20-6 in the third. 1st and 10 Red Line at the Dallastown 49. 5 minutes left in the third. Red Line 20 and the Wildcats nothing. Argento in the backfield again. They pitch it to Guerreri, and Guerreri has a big hole into the secondary and is brought down by Anderson and John Brandon at the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. Just rumbling behind the 311-pound Argento.
And worse yet, Argento's 7 yards downfield as a lead blocker and hasn't even touched anyone yet. That's how despondent this defense looks right now.
It's tough for Dallastown right now. Their offense has been able to do absolutely nothing tonight. It's 2nd and 2 Red Line at the Wildcat 41. And Doherty again in that little handoff and a big hole on the right side. He's into the secondary and upended as he crosses the 30-yard line. Again, Caldwell on the stop, but the 28, and you're making tackles 13 yards downfield. That is not a good sign, and Doherty moves the chains again for Red Lion.
We talk about the key ingredients to stopping the running attack. Getting your guys up on the outside, up the field to keep contained, and then playing your gap integrity, holding your gaps, defensive front, allowing linebackers to come up, but there's no push, no penetration from this defensive front.
Very tight formation for Red Lion. They pitch it to Guerreri. Guerreri cuts upfield now, again following Argento, gets down to the 24-yard line. Gain of about 4. Mickey Medina on the stop for Dallastown, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. And other scores, Northeastern about to go 8-2. They're up on New Oxford 27-0 at the half. Spring Grove leading Southwestern 7-0 in the fourth. That's a good one. Halftime Susquehannock 7 and Dover 0. West York leading Gettysburg 9-0 in the third. So Jeremy Jones to get that 3rd win of the season, be a boost for the Bulldogs heading to next year. Central leading William Penn 24-12 in the third. Huge win for Central. Need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Here it's 2nd and 6. They give it to Doherty, and that counter play, it's worked so well. Big goal into the secondary again to the 10-yard line. Pat Doherty down to the 10-yard line, and then a gain of 14 into the Weckers Carpet red zone, and a 1st and goal for Red Line at the Dallastown 10.
Red Line using this wing T attack right now. Use a little bit of misdirection to keep the defense on their heels. That misdirection, get the defense to flow one way and read false keys. Good execution on offense for these Lions.
1st and goal at the 10 now. Again, Argento in the backfield. They pitch it to Guerreri. Guerreri cuts back inside down to about the 7. Anderson is there, and it's a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and goal from there. Wrap up these scores quickly. Catholic 27, York Tech 6. At halftime, Irish looking to go 9-1, and York Suburban looking to go 8-2, leading Eastern 20-7 at the half. And that's your Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoreboard update. So 2nd and goal for Red Line at the 7. Single wide receiver is Favorito to the near side now. Again, Big Argento in the backfield in motion to Guerreri. The pitch. He's hit in the backfield and brought down. Nice play by, that is Mickey Medina. He's a 6', 205-pound senior defensive end for Dallastown who got through there and drops Guerreri for a 3-yard loss, and it's 3rd and goal from the 10.
Argento, 311 pounds, the senior. Using him a lot in the backfield as a lead blocker. Waiting for him to mistake that football for a steak and just take it for a run one time. Get himself a touch.
Yeah, he has 1 carry for 5 yards and a touchdown this year. So.
And no one wants to tackle him.
3rd and goal from the 10 now, and Emig drops into the pistol. He's going to throw, fires it for the end zone. He's got him on a fade pattern. Touchdown, Red Lion. So they go to the air and they make it a connection. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Emig to Uberte, and it is 26-0 Red Lion with 1:30 left in the 3rd.
Nice touch pass in the corner of the end zone. Sam Emig, the veteran, a quarterback, throws his 11th touchdown. Uberte hauls in his 5th receiving touchdown of the year. And the Lions continue to dominate.
Well, and they don't throw a whole lot, but they have been very efficient coming into tonight. Now, Emig is just one of 5 now tonight, 1 of 6. Emig's point after is good. So with 90 seconds left in the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter, Red Lion takes a 27-0 lead. We'll take a break on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Unique Physique is your neighborhood gym in York. Young or old, it's the fitness center for you. Unique Physique has special classes for senior citizens like Zumba, Chair Yoga, and Silver and Fit Explore. Seniors, if your insurance has a Silver Sneaker or Silver and Fit plan, you can get a free membership at Unique Physique and 2 sessions with a trainer, also free. Achieve greater control of your health with physical activity and regular exercise. If you're looking for greater independence and a healthier life, call John Kirchner at 755-2639.
Your county, your team. Sports Radio 1350.
All right, 27-0 Red Lion, and there's a crowd here tonight. The 50-50 award at $1,131 tonight, so that is a good deal and a big payoff for somebody. But the payoff tonight on the scoreboard for Red Lion is they lead at 27-0 with 1:30 left here still in the 3rd quarter. And we're about to have a fast signs kick from Sam Emig, and then we'll get our scoring recap. Emig puts the left foot to it. Good high end-over-end kick into the end zone. There'll be a touchback, and so Dallastown will start at its own 20. Trailing 27-0, and let us now get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Another impressive drive from Red Lion, going 9 plays, 65 yards, milking 4.5 minutes off the clock in the 3rd quarter. And a nice touch pass on a fade. Sam Emig connects with Taylor Uberte with 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter. The commanding 27-0 lead over Dallastown.
All right, and the Wildcats come out again and have struggled all night offensively. They'll come out with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Sparks out of the pistol, takes the snap and is looking to throw and hands it off instead to Zion DeVance, who's hit immediately. I mean, the defender almost took the ball away from him. He just dropped back at the 15, loss of 5. That was Doherty, who was through from his linebacker spot. They mark it at the 16, loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd and 14 for Dallastown.
Defensive front continues to be a bothersome bunch. Dallastown has no answer.
On 2nd down, Sparks looking to throw under pressure and got it out there, and Nate Downey got his hand on it. Then he took a lick from Zach Throne. And that was a heck of a throw from Sparks because he was under duress, but he was able to get it away about 20 yards down. Downey got the left hand on it, but he was exposed, and Throne putting the lick on him to make sure he didn't catch it, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 14, but right now Nate Downey is on the turf being attended to.
That was quite a collision. Throne also not feeling well. He's a little shaken up as well.
Yeah. Well, he is upright, though, and Nate Downey is not at the moment. And again, Stephen Tierney, the starting offensive and defensive lineman for Red Lion, injured his leg in the first half, and he has not played since. In fact, he's sitting back on the bench. His helmet is off. Now, he did walk across the field at halftime under his own power, but walked slowly with a bit of a limp. So I'm sure he's done for the night, but as Downey is up and walking off the field, so that's good to see. But you hate to see it for Stephen Tierney as a senior, his final home game here and a chance to go undefeated and, of course, go into the playoffs with a win tonight. They'll be playing here next week, and you hope it's not something that will keep him out of the playoffs for him, but also for this team because he's a big part of that line.
He certainly is, and how daunting is it when Stephen Tierney, 6'5", and just under 270 pounds, right beside 6'3", 311-pound senior Nick Argento. Stalwarts on that offensive line.
Yeah, that's been really what made a lot of this offense go for Red Lion this year. So we will hope for the best for him for next week. Here it's 3rd and 14 now. Sparks to throw. The pressure comes. He steps away, but he's going to go down. And Sparks sacked again tonight. And that is Zach Crossland, who has an interception tonight. Now he has a sack as he brings down Sparks at the 13. So it's a loss of 3, 4th down and long. And another unique physique punt for the Dallastown Wildcats.
The safety Crossland sneaks down into the box and brings that speed off the edge. And no hope for Mike Sparks. That's what's fun to watch about this Jesse Shea team. I told you, innovative and creative plays on both sides of the ball.
Good snap to Pugh, no pressure, gets away a good kick this time, and Denny Dennison lets it hit. The 47 takes a great Dallastown bounce across midfield and all the way down to the 34-yard line of Red Lion. So the Lions will start there with 11 seconds left in the third, but up 27-0 in this rivalry game, which has been a one-sided rivalry tonight. The Lions won at 26-0 last year, but that was when Dallastown came in unbeaten. In all fairness, the Wildcats lost their quarterback, who really was their trigger man on offense last year, Cade Gold, in the Central game, and he was not available for this one. It is tough to lose your main guy and not have any time to get ready, so you almost have to kind of put a big asterisk next to that one. But tonight, been just overpowering for the Lions. Red Lion out over the football now at their own 34, 1st and 10. Dakota Cleary, the center, and Emig under center now, and pitches it to Guerreri, looking to get some running room on the right side, and he's stacked up at the 34. He's going to get no gain. Dallastown's defense played pretty well here after the first quarter, but we're down 27 as we head to the 4th. We've played 3. The York Mitsubishi 4th quarter comes your way next. It's Red Lion 27, Dallastown nothing in the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30, Hella-Mesa.
I'm Henry Holloway from The Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweet your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season on wild bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black wool sunflower for just $17.99, and all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding and watching the birds. Come to The Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt sale from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 East Broadway in Red Lion.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Hornfield. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time, and Jim Harden, again, pushing all the right buttons back at the station and keeping us on the air. And Mickey Medina, the senior defensive end for Dallastown, is down. They're still looking at him on the field, so the 4th quarter will start with Red Lion having the football 2nd and 10 at its own 34. Lions up 27-0 tonight, though. Dominating performance for Red Lion tonight, Gareth.
Certainly is. Talk about their narrative this season, trying to go undefeated for the first time in 42 years. It's quite the week for history as the Cubs.
Yeah, really.
Took care of a similar dry spell.
Yeah, how about that? Well,
this is how far football has come. And we talk about, people say it's barbaric and concussions. When my grandfather played, they would have just moved the injured player aside Told him to get off the field. At least we take a knee here and let him be attended to.
That's true. So and that is progress.
So courteous nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they do a good job. The training staffs do a good job, and hopefully this won't be serious either. But I don't know, and we won't know. But you hate to see it with Stephen Tierney. We talked about a moment ago, but he was down for a long time, and then he got up and slowly walked off the field, and hasn't been back in since, and won't be tonight. But we'll have to see. As you said, he grabbed his knee immediately when he went down in that play, so you hate to see that. And we hope that he can come back and play in the playoffs next week for his sake, certainly, as well as the team's. But it's a tough situation.
Speaking of advances in medicine,
yes.
The Harvard Business came out with an article I saw maybe a month ago that they can take the ACL tear from used to be a 9-month to a year recovery to 8 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
8 weeks. How do they do that?
And also they have they're coming out with these pills for concussions. Start taking them. The sooner you take them, the better off you are.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, that'd be fascinating to know how that works as well. But
so soon enough, we won't have to move players aside. We can just fix them right there, get them back out there.
Well, Medina is up, so that's good news, and he is walking off with a little bit of assistance, very slowly, but now he's moving a little bit better. So that is good to see. Whether Mickey will return tonight or not, it's good to see him up and walking off. He is a senior as well, and it could be the final game for Dallastown if they do not get a win here tonight, which it does not look like they will. They may not make the district playoffs. They were the 6th seed coming in, so they certainly could lose and still get in as 8 go in 6A. But it's going to depend on what's happening. Central is beating York High 31-12 in the 4th quarter now. Central is the 8th seed currently, so they could move up. We'll have to see what some other people do, but a win would guarantee Dallastown playing in week 11, but doesn't look like they're going to get that right now.
That DeLone Catholic score, I'm happy to tell you I told you so.
Yes, you are. Well, go ahead.
31-14 lead over the Nighthawks.
Nighthawks struck first in that one, but Gareth said the Squires would be
the
back.
Resiliency of the Squires.
Here's a handoff to Doherty, who was cut off on the outside and then head straight up the middle, and he is tattooed by, that was Bryce Register, I think, at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of actually 7 out to the 41, but boy, that was a collision.
Yeah, bringing the hammer down. We've seen it multiple times tonight from both teams. They want to talk about that when they go home for the next 365 days.
That was Guerreri at 2:04 and Register at 2:15, and they met. So it's 3rd down and 4 now at the 41 for Red Lion. And they pitch it to Guerreri again, running behind Argento. He's got the first down and more. Cuts it back at midfield, and he's finally brought down at the 49 of Dallastown, but it's going to be a 10-yard gain and a first down for the Red Lion Lions.
Argento, as we said, comes in 311 bills. Does great things for his athleticism to have him play so much in space and have to stock block and catch those little guys. Helps him improve as an athlete.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Wildcat 49-yard line. 10:50 left in the game. Red Lion up big, and they hand it off to Doherty around the right side. He's brought down by Baldwell, but not until he gets down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Doherty, and it will be 2nd down and 3 from there.
This Lions offense has had some nice drives. They approach the 5th play right now, holding the ball for a little over 2 minutes. They've had drives of 9 plays, 8 plays, 7 plays.
Here it is 2nd down and about 3, and the handoff goes to Doherty again. He's brought down by Joe Munoz, but he moves it down to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 and a first down. Excuse me, as the Lions move the sticks again. So again, to reiterate, Dallastown, if they lose tonight, and by all appearances they will, Central has a pretty good lead now. I think it was over York High in the 4th. So Central, the 8th seed, they may move up, and a lot of other action. So Central may need a little help or Dallastown may need a little help to stay in this playoff hunt. So 1st and 10 Red Lion at the Wildcat 38-yard line. Emig under center, pitches it to Guerreri. Guerreri getting the corner at the 35 and down at the 30, gets through Caldwell inside the 20 and is caught by John Brandon from behind, or he might have scored, and down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 22 for Dylan Guerreri and a first down into the Weckers Carpet red zone. So I think they've got Zarek Neese in there taking Tierney's spot at left tackle. Now he is 6'5", 263 as a junior, so they really don't lose anything in the size department, but of course he doesn't have the experience and the technique, I'm sure, of Stephen Tierney.
And hard to replace that 6'5", 270-pound senior.
1st and 10 at the 16. They pitch to Guerreri, and he pitches it back to Throne, who's going to throw it back to Emming through his hands, and it's picked off. Picked off by Edgar Saintano at the 20 and out to the 24-yard line. So the trickeration goes awry for Red Lion on the reverse, and then the throw back to the quarterback. It went off Emming's hands, and Edgar Saintano with the pick, and the Wildcats 1st and 10, their own 25.
Great job coming back, and a touchdown-saving tackle as there was a convoy for the return. And a nice break finally as Edgar Santino comes up with the interception.
Well, we'll see if the Dallastown offense can get anything going. Not really saying they can come back and win this thing, but for them, if they make the playoffs, a little momentum would be nice. And Sparks to throw. Pressure comes. He steps away, and he's going to run. Got some room. He's at the 30, runs for the sideline, and goes out of bounds. Chased by Doherty at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 8. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Not a lot of time back in the pocket for Mike Sparks tonight.
No, it's been... The offensive and defensive front for Red Lion has been dialed in all night. They've been playing on the Dallastown side of the line of scrimmage, play in and play out. And there's 2 players for Red Lion down in the backfield right now.
Yeah, I wonder if they may have had a collision. I didn't see that. So, boy, the Lions, they don't, of course you hate to see it. That's the first talk about the health of the young men, and that's the first concern. But, boy, you hate to see these guys getting injured here as the Lions looking to go 10-0 and into the playoffs with some momentum. And they may have lost Stephen Tierney, one of their key offensive linemen, and now 2 guys down, and I haven't not seen who that is. Well, they'll attend to them, and we will see if we can figure out who it is that's down. First, we'll take a break here. It's 27-0 Red Line, 8:52 left in the York Mitsubishi 4th quarter on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. In York, first in sports.
Well, we are back here at Horn Field in Red Lion, a lull in the action as the injured players are attended to. One of them was Alex Vega, the defensive end, 6', 241-pound senior. He got up and walked off pretty well under his own power, so he's sitting on the bench, but looks like he's all right. We have not been able to see who the other Red Lion player is who is down at about the 14-yard line. So we will let you know that once we figure it out. When action resumes, it'll be 2nd and 2 for Dallastown at their own 33, but they trail 27-0 to the Red Lion Lions tonight. In a game that's been dominated by the Lions in this great rivalry here in York County. So Red Lion on its way to 10-0 for the first time since 1974.
Yeah, we called it. I'm over here enthralled with the technology as Dallastown coaches are using the iPad, watching the replay of that last play, and it was a collision. Defensive the book ends come together and collide behind the quarterback.
All right. That's Ben Fry, the other guy. You're right, both defensive ends. So Ben is up now and walking off under his own power. So that is good to see for both of those guys. Hopefully nothing serious there. So as we resume, it will be 2nd and 2. Wildcats at their 33. Offense has been minimal tonight for Dallastown, and the Wildcats will go 4 wide receivers, 2 each way, and Sparks will work out of the pistol. Takes the snap, drops to throw. Pressure comes again. Doherty shot through there and gets the sack back at the 22-yard line. I don't think anybody hit Doherty at all, and he had about a 10-yard running start, and he's going to get the sack at, they'll mark it at the 24, so that's a loss of 9, and then we'll set Dallastown up with a 3rd down and 11.
Again, it's this defensive front that just eats up blocks. They've been imposing their will on the offensive line of Dallastown all night. Gives the lanes for that Doherty to come through and throttle the quarterback for a sack.
3rd sack of the night for the Red Lion defense. So 3rd and 11, and Sparks probably have to put it up again. He does drop the throw, and the pressure comes. He steps away. He's going to run at the 25, slides down at the 30 as Jamel Foster was closing in for the hit. So he gets 6, but it's going to be 4th down and 5 from there, and we expect to be a punt here, although maybe Dallastown down 27-0 with only 7.5 minutes left. They may go for it here.
Looks like Kevin Meyer is going to take his chances, trying to convert 4th and 5 from the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line, moving from our right to left. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Well, they're just sending guys in to take a timeout because they're down to 5 seconds on the play. I don't know that they're going to get this one off, and they're still not in position, and they are not going to get it off, and they are going to either take a timeout or a penalty, and timeout as they were kind of unorganized there as guys were running in with less than 10 seconds on the play clock. So 7:06 remaining. It's 27-0 Red Lion over Dallastown. Take a break on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Sports injury? Into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350.
27-0 Red Lion here. 7:06 left. The Lions looking to go 10-0. Bermudian defeats Biglerville 41-0. They go to 8-2. Littlestown will go to 8-2 as well. They have a 43-7 4th quarter lead over Fairfield. DeLone has defeated Hanover. So there you go, Gareth. 31-14 over the Hawks.
Might go to Hanover tonight and celebrate.
Yeah. Columbia 20-14 over Kennedy on the 3rd. Both teams looking for their first win. All right, 4th down and 4 for Dallastown. 4th and 5. Sparks to throw. In the pocket collapses, and he is going to go down for the 4th set tonight. And making the hit back there was Troy Nazarenas, a 6'3", 240-pound junior defensive end, and Sparks goes down to 24. So that's a loss of 6, the 4th sack of the night for the Lion defense. And the Lions offense will take over in great field position at the Dallastown 24 with 7 minutes exactly left in the game.
This continues to, this offense for Dallastown hasn't been able to get anything going.
No, they haven't. It has really been a struggle tonight. So Red Lion, of course, I imagine, well, we'll keep it on the ground here. We'll see, but we would think and try and chew clock and probably get it in the end zone. They have been the beneficiary of great field position tonight. Emig out of the pistol with Doherty to his right, and side judge says Dallastown taking a timeout. I don't think Dallastown, he didn't have 11 guys on the field there. I'm not sure. There's a couple guys trotting on. So the second timeout taken by the Wildcats here. So let's take a moment, get the rest of our Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update here. As we mentioned, the Columbia Kennerdale score 20-14. The Columbia in the 3rd. Both teams looking for their first win. Northeastern goes to 8-2, so they'll probably be no worse than the 3rd seed in 5A. They defeat New Oxford 49-0. Tough year for the Colonials as they go 0-10. Spring Grove defeats Southwestern 7-0. So big win for the Rockets, and Kyle Sprinkle there gets them to 500. And Southwestern will finish under 500 for the year. Susquehanna. We just have a halftime score, 7-0 over Dover. I got to believe that's further along than that one. Fourth quarter now, it's tightened up over in Adams County. West York 9, Gettysburg 7. So Jeremy Jones looking for win number 3 for the Bulldogs there if they can hang on. And Central 38-18 over York High in the fourth quarter. So Central needing that win to stay in playoff contention. Looks like they'll get it. Again, only a halftime score. York Catholic over Tech 27-6. Irish looking to go 8-1, or 9-1 rather. And Suburban leading Eastern 28-7 in the fourth. So Suburban go to 8-2. And on first down for Red Lion, it is Guerreri barreling inside the 15 to about the 13. That's enough for a first down, a gain of 11 for Dylan Guerreri. So he continues to add to his impressive totals for the night. He's finishing off their Suburban, getting to 8-2 on the year, as assuming they hold on to win that one over Eastern and their second straight division championship. So into the Weckers Carpet Red Zone go the Lions.
Talk about their field position. Winning that battle tonight of their 11 possessions, they started 5 times in Wildcat territory.
First down, and Emig on a keeper is at the 10, running hard inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line before he is stopped. So that's going to be a gain of 6 for Sam Emig, and it'll be second down and 4 from there as the Lions look to punch it in one more time and get into the 30s here.
Thanks to the field position that they've been allotted tonight and the play of the defensive and offensive fronts for Red Lions. Essentially been a gravy train for this team as they're going to be undefeated this year. First time 42 years.
That's hard to believe. It's got many good teams as they've had. So second and 4 here for Emig from the 7. Takes the snap and hands it off to Guerreri off the right side and into the end zone, but a flag flies. So we will see. It would have been a 7-yard touchdown run, but that is in the area where typically you see an offensive hold called. Flag lying at about the 9-yard line, 8.5 or 9-yard line. And it is a hold against Red Lion, so that'll wipe out the touchdown run by Guerreri. Would have been his second tonight. So they'll step off the 10-yard penalty, and they'll move it back to the 19-yard line, and from there it will be second down and about 16. They can get a first down at the 3.
Been a clean game tonight. 4 penalties against Red Lion, 3 against Dallastown. Goes to show again the discipline and the coaching, the leadership on these teams.
So second and long for Red Lion back at the 19 of Dallastown, still in the Weckers Carpet Red Zone. Emig, keeper, and not much there. Got a yard or so and then was shoved backward. Nice play made by John Brandon from his linebacker spot. And they'll mark it at the 18, so a gain of 1, and it's going to be third down and 15 from there for Red Lion.
Jesse Shea's done great things here at Red Lion. Talked at the top of the broadcast about this team. These seniors have been in 7th grade.
On third down, the ball's on the ground, and Emig falls on it. He's going to lose back to the 23. Didn't handle the snap, so it's going to be fourth down and very long from there. It'll be fourth down at about 19. They mark at the 22. So I'm sorry, go ahead and finish your thought.
You can see how on both sides of the ball, the synergy with these guys being together that long, culminating it into an undefeated regular season. They've had a lot to play for after some tragedy the last couple years and building this program back up. A lot to be proud of, these Lions.
So they're going to go on fourth and long at the Dallastown 22-yard line. Emig takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, and this time he's not going to get anywhere. Nate Downey came through, the first guy to make the hit at the 21-yard line. Will Emig go down? So he gained 1, and on downs, the Lions will turn it over to Dallastown with just 4:20 remaining in the football game, and Red Lion leading at 27-0.
I'll tell you what bugs me being down here in this den at Red Lion.
What's that?
I was fortunate enough to go up to the Penn State-Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Going up tomorrow for the Iowa contest.
Oh, nice.
Watch Trace McSorley deal the rock a little bit.
And Allison Ruman in the band.
I want a "We Want the Lion" chant here at Red Lion. That's how we want the Lion. Where's that at?
I don't know.
Yeah, certainly check your daughter out.
Yeah.
The blue band.
Trumpet section. We have a new quarterback in here for Dallastown. He fires it out, and it's complete. Out to Edgar Saintano at the 43-yard line. So that's a gain of 21. Saintano given the old first down sign. So it's a gain of 21, and the quarterback for Dallastown is Brett Smith. He is a junior. And another pass completed now to Donovan Catchings. And he's out to the 47-yard line, so a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 from there. And we have a penalty. So Dallastown going with the backup QB here in the waning moments. 3:45 left. They're down 27.
Like the pace, moving with some urgency.
Brett Smith may be the quarterback this team next year. Sparks is a senior. Mike struggled tonight, just 1 of 8 for 13 yards, 2 interceptions, and that one even was then dropped, or it was a fumble after Ben Fry caught it and was hit. So wholesale substitutions for Red Lion as they get most of their defense out of there, and a lot of the seniors there coming out. And legal substitution against Red Lion. So that'll move to the 48 of Red Lion. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from there. And a whole new crew in there for Red Lion on defense now. So Dallastown will come out 2nd and 1 at the Lions 48. Issue decided here. Red Lion 27-0. 3:45 left. New York Mitsubishi. 4th Smith drops and fires it deep down the far sideline, and he's got a man there. Oh, and it was Max Tyrell, and he dropped it. Oh, that was laid in there very well by Smith. Kind of a rainbow pass, but it hit Max in the hands, and it was incomplete.
Nice touch. Seeing some talent in this backup quarterback, and a drop pass, a microcosm of how things have gone for the Wildcats tonight.
It really is, and they're going to end the regular season with 2 straight losses, and they'll have to wait and see whether they're going to be playing in Week 11. So 3rd down and 1 rather at the 48-yard line of Red Line. And Smith working from the gun, takes the snap. He's going to keep it, and he'll get the first down at the 45, turns upfield and goes out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. So a gain of 8 on the play by Brett Smith and a first down.
Good execution. Nice to see that. Some sparks flying for this offense. The Wildcats, first we've seen it all night.
Mark it at the 39, so a gain of 9 in the 1st and 10 for Dallastown. He went out of bounds. 3:30 left in the game now, and Smith again will throw. Fires it, and across the middle has Connor Moore at the 28-yard line. Now the ball came out, but I think he was down. And that's a gain of 11 to Connor Moore, so that pass is complete. And another first down for Dallastown.
See the emotion from the quarterback after these nice throws. Good mechanics.
Yeah, now he is working against the second unit defense, and that's a big difference, I think. But, yeah, Smith looking well here. Fires it out. Got a man out there again at the 20-yard line, taken out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, and that pass was completed to, I believe that's Nazir Smith on the catch.
Brett Smith throwing the out pattern. That's his worst pass yet. Threw it on the back shoulder of the receiver, and still completion.
So that's a gain of 8. And here he fires it now, and he's got Donovan Catchings, is it, I believe, into the end zone. It is. So Smith comes in and leads him downfield. A 20-yard touchdown strike to Donovan Catchings. And, well, we have a penalty marker down, though. So hold the phone. Ball is there. The marker's lying at the 5. So Brett Smith is coming on fire here for Dallastown.
He's smooth with his mechanics.
Yep. And a personal foul against Dallastown. So that's going to, I guess, wipe out the catch. No, that's too bad for Dallastown because there was their first real good offensive move tonight for the Wildcats. Now their ball's back at the 22-yard line. It's second down from there, second down at about 7. And one of the Red Line defenders moved on the defensive line. He made contact. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and a first down for Dallastown as they move into the Weckers Carpet red zone for the first time tonight with 2:47 left.
Nice break for the Wildcats. Much needed for this offense.
Yep.
Brett Smith, smooth with his got nice strides and his good footwork with his drop back. Finishes that last step. Gets rid of the ball. Nice touch on his throws.
And he drops in to fires for the end zone now, and a jump ball back there, and there's a collision, and that's going to be pass interference. They were going for Edgar Santano, and he was run into in the end zone, so that's going to be a pass interference penalty and probably half the distance to the goal and a first down for Dallastown.
Now he's throwing this pass from the 18-yard line, just about on the left hash, so he's throwing it to the wide side of the field. It's just a little bit kind of towards the front of the end zone, a little bit past that. Great touch, puts the ball right where it needs to be. And it's either going to be a catch or no one's going to get to it. Great location. I'm liking this guy.
Yeah. So they move it to the 9-yard line, and they haven't moved the sticks, so I'm guessing it's a second down or first down and 2. And they snap it to Smith now under pressure, fires it in the end zone. Connor Moore goes up and came down with it, and that is a touchdown. Connor Moore, nice catch in the corner of the end zone. And so Brett Smith, a 9-yard touchdown pass, and Connor Moore brings it in, and the Dallastown Wildcats get on the board with 2:34 left. That makes it 27-6. And Gareth, nice touch on that one as Smith rolled to his left and saw his receiver in the front corner of the end zone, and he just kind of lofted it in there, and Connor Moore able to climb the ladder and bring it in.
Brett Smith putting on a clinic here. He's throwing great balls from the pocket. And here he goes on the run, throws a nice pass. Allows his receiver to go up and catch it. Connor Moore, his first receiving touchdown of the year.
All right, and Dallastown has to take a timeout again. I think they had 10 guys on there for the PAT. So Drake Pugh will attempt that here in a moment. We'll make it 27-7 if it's good. 2:34 remaining here. And again, the game decided some time ago. Red Line will go to 10-0, and Dallastown will fall to 7-3, and the Wildcats will wait and see what the other teams do as to whether they'll be playing next week. Red Line will move into the districts, and they will have a home game here at Horn Field to start those playoffs as probably the 4 seed, so they'll be going against the 5 seed. It should be a good matchup. But again, they may well be doing it without one of their key linemen, Stephen Tierney, who has suffered a leg injury tonight in the first half and did not return. He's on the sideline there, but sitting on the table, and guys have been coming over and talking to him all throughout the second half, so we'll see whether Steve is able to be there next week. The attempt by Drake Pugh. Snap is there. Smith will hold it. The kick is up. Wow, look at that. It sailed through with about 30 yards to spare. It is good. 27-7, 2:34 left in the York Mitsubishi 4th on the high school football game of the week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iaconos, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iaconos, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iaconos is the place to get it done. Iaconos, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Well, it hasn't been much to cheer about for Dallastown tonight, but Gareth, an impressive performance by the junior, the backup quarterback, Brett Smith, on that drive.
A lot of fun to watch. Goes 5 for 6, 62 yards and a touchdown. Fresh off the bench in the fourth quarter.
And he also had a 9-yard scramble. So, yeah.
Now, as you mentioned, that is against the second unit.
Right.
But just
still
good mechanics. I mean, he's not throwing lasers, but the touch. Peyton Manning wasn't throwing lasers, but he was putting the ball where it needs to be.
Onside kick coming on our fast lanes kick from Dallastown. Drake Pugh approaches it, boots it, hits, and Doherty falls on it at midfield for Red Lion. So Pat Doherty on the hands team, and Red Lion will have it to run out the clock with 2:34 remaining. So we'll get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap there. Gareth?
Nice 8-play drive, 78 yards, finished with a nice 9-yard touchdown pass. Brett Smith coming off the bench, throwing his first touchdown of the year to Connor Moore for his first receiving touchdown of the season. And as we sit with 2 minutes 34 seconds left in this contest, Red Lion in control, 27, Dallastown 7.
All right, on first down, a handoff to a backup running back in here, and that is Zach Menser. Right? Was it number 12? Yeah. That's Zach Menser. At least on my roster. It's a gain of 9. It'll be second down and 1. Backup quarterback in for Red Lion as well. And the handoff, big hole on the right side, and well, they're saying it's Tyler Ness. So it's a gain of 9 more down to the 29. So I guess it's Tyler Ness doing the carrying. Even though he was number 4 on my roster. And at quarterback we have, I don't know, maybe that's Zach Menser, quarterback. He's listed as 12. It's number 10 out there. And Ness will assume one more time. And he gets a couple. 1:45 remaining. By the Dallastown 28-yard line.
Great execution all night by this offense, Red Lion. Won the battle in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Nice long, sustained drives. And they finished.
And off to Ness, I guess, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped. John Brandon came through, and Bryce Register, and also Drake Fleet.
Jesse Shea about to get the Gatorade bath for the undefeated regular season.
And there it goes.
Oh.
A little nippy out there with that, but
boy, the ice down your neck. That's a.
Ugh. But you know what? It's okay.
That's a welcomed, uncomfortable feeling.
Third down and 10 now for the Lions, and Ness again on the carry. Nice hole, nice cut back to the 22. Picks up 7, and that will leave them with a fourth down and about 3 if they do in fact run one more play, and they're going to have to do that, I think, as they whistle it in here with 30 seconds left. So have one more play. Now they whistle it in. They actually wouldn't have to run one more play, but looks like they're going to. It's fourth down and 3. And there's the snap, and they give it to Ness one more time, and he will not get it. He's stopped at the 20, so they're going to have to stop the clock with 4 seconds left, and there'll be a change of possession, and Dallastown will have to take one more snap. So final score will be Red Lion 27 and Dallastown nothing. They do let the clock run out, and that makes sense. So the final score, Red Lion wins it, and Red Lion goes undefeated for the first time in 42 years. 10-0 for the Lions. Congratulations to Jesse Shea and all the folks associated with the team here. They defeat Dallastown 27-7. All right, we'll head to the Penn State York post-game show coming up next.
Penn State York. Great faculty, small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure. 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
Hello, Maple Donuts.
Hello, it's me. Do you have baskets?
Did you say baskets?
Exactly. Look, I have a pretty good feeling I'll be relocating soon in Washington.
Oh, sounds nice.
We're downsizing a bit. Little white house, big lawn, adorable. Anyway, what I need from Charlie is a good supply of Baker's baskets.
Well, Maple Donuts offers a baker's dozen with every dozen Maple Donuts you buy.
You see, somebody has said she would put my supporters in a basket of delectables.
Yeah, no, I think she said a basket of
I know what she said, but I'm going to make this a positive.
I see.
I'm one of those champagne bottle half full kind of guys.
Is that right?
So, here's my plan. In my new home, I will place baskets of delectable maple donuts all around.
Oh, so any supporter who stops by could snack on a fresh, delectable maple donut. Glazed, a jelly-filled, vanilla sprinkles.
People love them.
Ooh, sounds like a big job. Who's going to be in charge of all those maple donuts?
People are suggesting the governor of New Jersey, but I'm thinking that might not be a good idea.
Yeah, the old fox in the hen house thing.
So sad.
Maple donuts taste right.
I'm Henry Holloway from The Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweet your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season on wild bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black wool sunflower for just $17.99, and all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding and watching the birds. Come to The Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt sale from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 East Broadway in Red Lion.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Alrighty, we are back here at Hornfield as the celebration ensues. The Red Lions go undefeated, 10-0 with a 27-7 win over the Dallastown Wildcats tonight. Congratulations to Jesse Shea, Arnie Fritzius, the AD, and all the folks here at Red Lion as they celebrate on the field. A great win for them tonight to clinch their first undefeated regular season since 1974. And our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap now from Mr. Gareth Hissong.
On the opening possession, Red Lion comes out spitting fire. An impressive 72-yard scamper. Dylan Guerreri gets his 7th rushing touchdown. I haven't seen breakaway speed like that since Boobie Miles played for the Permian Panthers. Impressive run.
Okay.
And with 11:13 left in the first quarter, Red Lion took the early lead 6-0 after a failed point-after attempt. On their third possession, started out at the 39-yard line thanks to an interception from Paul Jones. And Sam Emig, the quarterback, gets his 18th rushing touchdown, going 25 yards up the middle, the heart of the defense. So the Wildcats, with 5:53 left in the first quarter, Red Lion 13, Dallastown 0. On the ensuing possession, Red Lion cashes in on a 2-yard touchdown run. Running back Pat Doherty doing the honors with 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Red Lion up 20, Dallastown 0. And the fourth score for Red Lion came in the third quarter. An impressive 9-play, 65-yard drive finished with a 10-yard touchdown pass. Sam Emig throws his 11th touchdown of the season to one of his favorite wide receivers, Taylor Uberti. Collects his 5th receiving touchdown of the season with 1:30 left in the third quarter. Red Lion running away with it at 27, Dallastown 0. And for this offensive Red Lion tonight, you could say business is booming. Dallastown came in with their only score in the fourth quarter on their last possession, going 8 plays, 78 yards. An impressive drive from backup junior quarterback Brett Smith, going 5 for 6, 62 yards and touchdown. Connor Moore hauls in his first receiving touchdown, and with 2:34 left in the ballgame, that was our final score. Red Lion 27, Dallastown 7.
Alrighty, and that is our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap as Red Lion wins it tonight to go unbeaten 10-0, 27-7 over Dallastown as the Wildcats drop to 7-3. Take a break and back with our Cookman Kunkel post-game stats right after this.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
I'm Henry Holloway from The Mill, inviting you to our Wild Bird and Carhartt clothing sale, November 11th to the 27th. The Mill has everything you need to tweet your feathered friends. We have our lowest prices of the season on wild bird seed, including 50-pound bags of black oil sunflower for just $17.99, and all of our Carhartt clothing is 20% off. The best outdoor clothing to keep you warm while feeding and watching the birds. Come to The Mill for our Wild Bird and Carhartt sale from November 11th through the 27th. Stock up on your bird supplies and start your holiday shopping with the best deals in town.
Visit our store at 327 East Broadway in Red Lion.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And welcome back to Horn Field as the Red Lion Band prepares to take the field for their post-game show. The celebration is happening here in Red Lion as the Lions 10-0, 27-7 over Dallastown. So congratulations to the Lions of Jesse Shea and crew. So they head into the playoffs and a home game here back here at Horn Field next week. So wish them the best in the playoffs. Dallastown will have to wait and see now as the about 2 losses here, and we'll see what the other teams do and see if they'll be playing next week. So let's get you our post-game stats from Kochman Kunkel Insurance. For Dallastown, there was not a lot of offense tonight at all. That was the problem. And on the ground, Zion Devance 9 carries, a net of just 8 yards. Rodney Scott 10 carries, 53 yards.
Central Dauphin has defeated
And
State College 13-10.
Well, Central Dauphin beat State College, the Little Lions' first loss this year. Anyway, and Mike Sparks 7 carries for a net of 0 yards, so 27 carries, 70 yards. And Brett Smith 1 for 9 at the end, 27 carries, 70 yards for Dallastown tonight. Through the air, they struggled. Mike Sparks was 1 of 8 for 13 yards, 2 interceptions. Brett Smith then in relief, as we mentioned, against the second unit defense, 5 of 6, 53 yards and a touchdown. So 6 of 14 through the air for 66 yards for Dallastown tonight. And receiving, Donovan Catchings 1 catch for 4 yards. Connor Moore 2 for 20, including a 9-yard touchdown. Ben Ward 1 for 13. Edgar Centeno 1 for 21, and Nazir Smith 1 for 8. So 136 yards was all Dallastown could muster tonight, and 7 points. For the Red Lions, much better offensive stats on the ground. Dylan Guerreri went over 1,000 yards tonight, 22 carries, 168 yards, a 72-yard touchdown on the opening possession. Sam Emig, the QB, 15 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown, his 19th rushing of the year. Pat Doherty, 9 carries, 54 yards, and a 2-yard touchdown run. Tyler Ness mopping up, 6 for 27 at the end, 52 carries, 299 yards on the ground tonight for the Red Lions. Sam Emig had an uncharacteristic struggle tonight for Red Lion as he was 1 of 6 through the air for just 10 yards. Well, that was a touchdown pass, but not a good night for Emig. Zach Throne was 2 of 3 for 24 yards. And so overall, Red Lion in the air tonight, they were 3 of 9 for 34 yards. Taylor Roberti, 2 catches for 12 and a touchdown. Paul Jones, 1 for 22. 333 total yards for the Lions. Those are your final stats. Take a final break and back with our Sure Save Player of the Game, New York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard, and then head to the Hershey Bears, who are moving into overtime. Stay tuned for that. That's coming up next on Sports Radio 1350.
Get your football parties started with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Pick up party planners with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Jet hot dogs with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Jet 12 packs of soda and Best Jet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and coming soon to East York at Nell's Markets Fresh Food in Spry and East Berlin, and at Wetzel's in Glen Rock.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community, and it really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your county, your team. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And back at Hornfield one final time as Red Lion defeats Dallastown 27-7 tonight to go to 10-0, and we will not be going to the Hershey Bears because they made short work of it in overtime and won 3-2. So congrats to the Bears, but sorry we can't bring you the action there tonight. All right, time now for our Shore Save Markets Player of the Game. Gareth, who do we have tonight?
We're going to go with the senior tailback, 5'7", 179-pound Dylan Guerreri, and we want to go with him because of the stats. He went for an impressive 22 carries, 168 yards, and a touchdown. But really, it's a team win tonight. That offensive and defensive front did an incredible job playing on the Wildcat side of the line of scrimmage all night. They were fierce and bothersome on defense. And also at fullback, Pat Doherty, he got a couple carries that he made good work with. Going 9 for 54 in a touchdown. He does a lot of blocking. He's an integral part of that offense and defense.
He had a great game defensively at linebacker. I mean, he had a sack and he shot through a couple times and really disrupted plays as well.
So in summary, Dylan Guerreri, player of the game. But what a great team win for Red Lion as they go undefeated in the regular season.
And you can talk about that, and it is really impressive. And you played a lot of football, Gareth, at DeLone, when DeLone, a great program there, and then at William and Mary Division I program. It is tough to win them all. I mean, I don't care, and they had a good schedule this year. I mean, Central's a good team, Dallastown's a good team in Division I, Northeastern, they played some pretty good non-conference teams. So, to get up and play well every week and not make the key mistake or whatever, a penalty, whatever, that's to do that 10 weeks in a row, that's saying something.
Extremely difficult. The stars really have to align for you with injuries, and the ball has to bounce your way. In certain times you have to be fortuitous and you have to take care of the ball, and it's an impressive feat to go undefeated through the season. They play a lot of good teams, and weather could be an issue, and it really comes back to what the old cliche, people say, got to take it day by day, week by week, game by game. The NFL, a lot of what they do is they'll break 16 games, they'll break it up into 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Let's focus on these 4, but it's really just this game, and that's what it takes. You accumulate an undefeated season, but it's week to week, and that's that preparation and focus that gets you to this point.
And the Lions do it. They go to 10-0, and they'll be back here at Hornfield opening up the playoffs next week.
Separation by preparation.
Yep.
Ron.
All right, separation by preparation. I'll try and remember that. Okay. So again, the Hershey Bears win it in overtime, 3-2 tonight, and Red Lion wins it here by a final score of 27-7. So let's get our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard. Wrap it up for you from around the league. Bermudian goes 8-2. They beat Biglerville 41-0, so the Eagles will be in the playoffs. Littlestown, same deal, 8-2, 49-13 over Fairfield. They'll move into the playoffs. The DeLone Catholic Squires in the Battle of Hanover beat the Nighthawks 31-14 tonight.
Boom!
Yeah, to finish, I believe, at 500 now with that win. And Columbia defeats Kennedy. So the Rams, unfortunately, winless for the year, 43-14. They go down tonight. Northeastern, 8-2. They'll move into the 5A playoffs with a home game next week as they defeat New Oxford 49-0. Tough year for the Colonials at 0-10. Spring Grove wins the Battle of Southwestern York County as they defeat Southwestern by a score of 7-0, and the Red Lion Band doing their post-game show. Sounding good. So Spring Grove will finish 5-5 for Kyle Sprinkle. Susquehannock, well, we just have a halftime score from Dover, 7-0 there, so that's got to be over by now, but we don't have the score. Well, unfortunately, West York could not hold the lead in Adams County, and they lose to Gettysburg 14-9, so the Bulldogs will finish at 2-8 this season. Central wins 41-24 over York High, so the Panthers will finish at 7-3, and they will wait and see whether they get in, as they were the 8th seed coming in. They may well be playing next week as well. The Fighting Irish of York Catholic go to 9-1, 48-20 over York Tech. They will play for the District 3 2A championship next Saturday, and we hope to have that game for you. We'll let you know for sure this coming week. And Suburban goes 8-2 over. They win Division 2, and they'll move for 8 playoffs as they beat Eastern 35-14.
And as you mentioned, as we hear the band in the background, shout out to the bands around here. Some really impressive talent, great performances.
Absolutely, and we will say goodbye for the regular season as the Red Lion Band will play us out here, and we'll have some playoff action next week, so stay tuned. We'll tell you about that. Again, our final tonight, Red Lion 27, Dallastown 7. The Lions go 10-0. For my buddy Leif Johnson on video for Game Time all year this year. We'll look to see Leif again in basketball season. For Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station, my partner Gareth Hissong, I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.